Good morning, crazy people. I am all by myself, so we'll see how well this goes. The crunching you hear is my dog eating her breakfast. Always a joyous thing to listen to first thing in the morning. But, dogs got to eat, so there you have it. Yep, I hate doing shows by myself. But chat's open if anybody wants it. And I will pop the link up in case anybody wants to pop on the panel that's not going to cause any issues. This is apparently a drama-free day. I got nothing to rant about, so... Hey, hotness. Yes, I am. I am all by my lonesome. Well, me and the crunching dog. Hey, Dawn. How are you this morning? First crunching, now thirsty. Sound effects brought to you by Kodi. Come on, tiny dancer. Back up on the bed. You're done. Tim, come on. Tippy tappy, tippy tappy. Yay, packing orders is good. That means you sold stuff. It's always a plus, right? Morning, Joyce. Morning, Joyce. Morning, Amy.
Good morning.
Look, wow. I'm like flying away all over the place here without actually going.
Good morning, Joyce.
Yeah, we're just going to turn that back off for now. Like, I thought it was going to be late.
I don't even want to know what mine looks like. It's probably everywhere.
I thought I was going to be late because, like 20 minutes ago, I had to jump in the wheelchair and go out in the other part of the house. And you never know how long it takes when I go out there, so.
Right.
So, well, because I left my son a message because I kept hearing him crush water bottles, and I'm like, I thought he said that we didn't have any water, And so last night I went out there, but he had already gone to sleep, and I spotted the what was left of the case of water over under his desk, and I'm like, really? So I had to use tap water last night because I had nothing to drink, and it was disgusting. And so this morning I was like, nope, I'm going to get some water. So I did. And I filled up a 2-liter from the sink for the animals in my room because they had no water. And I had left him a message, could you bring water in? And he walked out the door at like 20 minutes of 8, which is weird. It's an unusual time for him to go anywhere, but he looked like he was heading to work. So I don't know. He doesn't give me a schedule anymore. But he had 8 or 9 bottles of water left, and now he has 4 or 5.
Hi, Casual.
Because I grabbed 4. Hey, Casual. So.
I'm lucky. My tap water tastes awesome. I found out that the bottles of water we were drinking in Florida.
Yeah.
Couldn't understand why my fingers were swelling, my feet, I was like, what is going on? It has freaking sodium in it.
Yeah. Most water
and I'm
does.
like, well, right, but that's not good. You're in the heat drinking pretty much salt water. No, it's not good. And I don't have any drama to help you out today. I'm sorry. I mean, I do, but it's not even worth talking about.
Yeah, our tap water here is disgusting. I mean, it has this really nasty aftertaste to it, and it's gross.
Ew. Mine just tastes like water.
I mean, to the point where you dehydrate when you're drinking it because you don't want to drink it, so you're taking the smallest amount possible,
Right.
and it's not doing your system any good. With me, it's mostly because my mouth dries out, and that carbonation is better. It makes my mouth feel better, but I mean, I need something, so I went and snagged some waters. I went to grab my last little chocolate milk that was in the fridge a few days back. Yeah, it's gone. He drank my last one. So I felt like going over there and grab all the waters. You know what I mean? Like, screw you. You left me with nothing to drink. Guess what? You got nothing now too. But he'd just come in and take them back. So, so I took half. So it's shaking in badass town.
I got stuff ready for when I want to do an auction.
Oh, that's good.
Don't know when that's going to be, but I'm ready for it whenever it happens.
Well, you go, girl.
And I didn't realize how much shit I really have
And
until I started going through it all.
Even I know you have a ton of shit. Okay.
Well, I stopped, like, I didn't go through, like, the clothes and all that junk. Well, it's not junk, but all that stuff. I just went through, like, the odd and end stuff that I have, like books and stamps. I did not realize I have over 500 around the world stamps from 1930. Oh my God, I don't remember. 1930s, I think, all the way to 2003.
Huh.
I know nothing about stamps, but I have them.
I collected stamps for like 5 minutes when I was like 10 or 11. My dad sold those in the yard sale too.
Them, but not enough to like put a book together with them in there.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't remember why. I just all of a sudden got this thing where I wanted to collect stamps, but it didn't go anywhere.
I also have a crap ton of Barbies. They're closed. Like accessory. I can't say that word.
Accessories.
That's the word. I have like so much, and I'm just like, I don't even know. All I know is when I was a kid, I used to bury my Barbies in the sandbox and then pull them out with my monster trucks. That's all I know. I don't know anything about Barbies. So not these Barbies. These were actually the girls. They've just outgrown playing with toys. But I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I just have it. It's like the baseball card or the sports cards all over again.
Yeah.
I have no interest in even learning about sports cards. So I just sold it as one big lot.
Sometimes that's the way you got to go, you know?
Right. And the person that bought it, I mean, I set up the price. Like I went back and I seen how much I paid for each lot. And then I added it together. I told her how much I paid. She said, okay, just tack the shipping on. So I did. And I'm happy with it. She's probably, since I didn't want to like go through it and see like who's what the heck? I don't want to go through it and see the value on who's who on there. That's what I was trying to say. So I mean, she'll probably make some out of or make extra out of it, make her money back plus more. So I'm happy, she's happy. You know, that's all that matters.
Right?
I got my money back, which is all I wanted.
Yeah.
Those impulse buys get you.
Yeah, they do. So my wheelchair is working well.
That's awesome. I kind of figured that out when you said you went and stole water.
Yep. Yep, it is much more comfortable and it rolls smoother than my old one. The tires were all kinds of chomped up on the other one, so I didn't realize how bad they were until I got in the new one and like slid across the house. I was like, "Wee!" I'm like, "Holy shit!" Right. you know?
You're,
So I was
you're
like,
gonna
wow.
pump the willies going in the kitchen.
I felt like I had turbo. I was like, whoa. So that was pretty cool.
Did you feel the wind in your hair?
Yeah, I did actually. The dogs were like, holy fuck, get out of the way. Yeah, so much better. I thought my son had tossed the box out on the porch, but apparently that was the box from something else that's out there that got destroyed. I think like dog food. Either the dog food or the cat food that got sent to me. That he was like, looks like someone tried to tear into the box. I'm like, okay. He just left the box on the porch and brought the bags of food in. But the wheelchair boxes. Hey, Darlene, still in the craft
Hi,
room
Darlene.
with the legs in it, I would assume, but I can't reach them. So I had told him I said
Oh,
just
I
take
know how you
the
feel on that. I
yeah. I was
donated some to a homeless shelter, and then I donated to a store. Everything's free in it, and people just get to come grab, like, if they need clothes, they can just grab some shirts and whatever. That's what I do.
yeah. We have a place here called the Lot Project. Sorry, I had to get a drink.
I figured.
And John used to actually get clothes there. He got some really nice stuff there because we have a lot of pretty rich people in town that will just go and buy clothes and then donate it. They'll donate like brand new sneakers and things like that. And I mean, John and I never really had much money for clothes, so he started going down there. And you get on I think it was Tuesdays and Thursdays they served lunch, a free lunch. So he got a lot of good clothes, and he wanted to donate like later on when he married Issa and everything, and they she started actually making money with her business, and they had some cash, and he was buying nicer clothes. um, he had told both of us that if he died and he had nice clothes left, that he wanted it all donated to the Lot Project because they had helped him out. Yeah,
That was sweet.
it
I've
was.
been in that spot before where, with having 4 kids, you
Mhm.
can't always buy them new clothes. Like school year, oh my God, the beginning of school, they get a couple outfits. Now I only have 3 in school, so it's a little different. But,
Yeah,
like they get a couple outfits, new pair of shoes, socks and underwear, that kind of thing. And they were fine with it. But, they'd get the couple new ones. And then we'd go to, there was a different one. That one closed, but the new one's actually a lot better. It's bigger. But we would go to a place like that
yeah.
so they could pick out, a few more shirts and whatnot. And they were always fine with it. But being a person that needed that at one point, donating to them it's like it's no big deal. Like I actually makes me feel good because I'm helping, even though I couldn't help then, I can help now.
Yeah. Well, he had just gotten, like 3 weeks before he had died, he had just gotten a new pair of sneakers because he had to use AFOs, the foot braces, because he had drop foot.
Mhm.
And since he was, trying to get back to walking again, and he was doing really well with it, he wanted new shoes that would fit better. So he had gotten nice sneakers, and he had some of the button down kind of like the bowler shirts. With like dragons and tribal print on them and stuff like that. And he had some nice things, and Asa gave them all to the new boyfriend.
Lovely.
So none of what he wanted to have happen happened. Okay. I'm gonna mute for a minute.
Okay. That kind of made me jump.
Yeah, that would have been a rogue, and she got. But Simmy usually doesn't bark when a rogue goes off, and Simmy started barking too. So I don't know. My son, like I said, he left early, and he probably didn't close the storm door, so it's creaking around out there, and she probably thought someone was here because I didn't hear anybody knock. And even if I did, I'm not getting up. So So yeah, ironically, Issa is stuck with someone with back problems and can't walk real well now, and it's like I think Issa is cursing people because it seems every guy she gets with ends up with really bad backs and a lot of health problems.
We do, Darlene. They usually just don't, I don't know. Like some of the stuff that they give the kids isn't even what they need. And when we do that, it's like we wait for hours and the only thing the kids can even use is the backpack. Like everything else isn't it. My kids are like in junior high and high school and they give them stuff that like a first or second grader needs.
Yeah, my grandkids did that when they were younger, and even being younger, they couldn't use half of the stuff that was in there because it wasn't stuff for their grade level. Even though when you go there, they have you, you sign up for it and you say what the ages of your kids are, what grades they're in,
Right.
so they're supposed to be given age appropriate, grade appropriate backpacks, but yeah, they're never really organized enough to do it correctly.
Me and the girls' dad, what we do is I'll take one of the girls' list and he'll take the other one. And
Yeah.
we kind of work together on just getting, or if he's like, I still have, they always want the erasers that go on top of the pencils.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time we buy one at the end of the school year. And in the middle of the school year, we can't find the rest of the package. So we buy another one. And normally between the two of us, when school starts again, we find what we lost the year before. So it
Right.
works out. But sometimes we have extra stuff, or at the end of the back to school thing, when they do everything at a discounted price, we'll go in and stock up on things that we know they need, like the loose leaf paper, notebooks, and pencils, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we try to get a head start on the next year.
It's funny is because I remember being in high school and they told us we needed 1 to 5 subject notebook and pencils and pens. And that was pretty much our list. You know what I mean? And now, then my kids get into school and they need like a grocery list of stuff. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Yeah,
Right.
it was
I
crazy.
refuse to buy Ziploc bags or the Clorox, Lysol wipes, whatever. No.
Yeah.
That, I mean, yes, my kid will have what she needs because I do get the like what is the heck is it called? Oh my gosh, I can't think. The smaller packs of the Clorox wipes
Yeah.
instead of the big containers like they ask for. And the girls, Andrew don't give a crap about. He's like, germs, I am a germ, like he's Andrew.
Well, he is a
Andrew.
bug.
Right.
He's the bug. He's not afraid of no germs.
I called him a bug the other day and he puts his fingers up by his mouth and acts like they were like his whisker type things. And he goes, happy. I said, what the hell are you? He goes, I'm a bug.
I'll share something with you that John used to do to me. And yeah, it's appropriate for YouTube. I used to always wear aviator sunglasses, the really big ones. Mirrored. They always had to be mirrored. Usually they were purple tinted. Gee, I couldn't imagine why. And he used to call them my bug glasses because he said it made me look like I had these big, huge bug eyes, right? And I'd be like, I like my bug glasses, leave me alone. And so he put them on one day and went, like this to me. That was his bug face. And every time, well, almost every time I was in a bad mood or I was really depressed or just, I don't know, whatever. I wasn't my normal cheerful, sweet self. He'd come walking in the room and go, hey, Bear. And I'd look at him and he'd do the bug thing. And I just could not laugh. You know what I mean? Every single time that made me laugh, no matter what kind of mood I was in. The thing that pissed me off is when he used to do it when I was mad at him. And I'm like, stop making me laugh when I'm mad at you. He goes, worked though, didn't it? I'm like, get the fuck out. He occasionally he would walk up to me and lick my nose. I'd be like in the middle of screaming at him, and he'd walk up and lick the tip of my nose. And it stops you dead when you're yelling at someone and they do that, and you're like, "What the fuck?" It worked the first time. The second time, he got punched in the face. I was like, He's like, "Oh." I was like, "Was it worth it?" He goes, "Maybe." Oh, my dick. John and I had a very interesting relationship. Darlene, we weren't allowed to use calculators when I was in high school. And all of a sudden the kids are getting lists with calculators. And I'm like, why do they get to use calculators? And we had to do everything in our head or on paper, you know?
Right.
I'm like, that's not fair. What the hell? But yeah. So I have no drama today that I know of. So just putting that out there. In case people are like, oh, what's she up to today? Absolutely fucking nothing.
It's Saturday. That's it.
It's Saturday. I actually didn't even get this scheduled until like, I don't know, 11, 12 o'clock last night. I was like, I'm forgetting something. Oh, yeah. Whoops. Well, because I wasn't on last Saturday because my hands hurt so bad and I hadn't gotten any sleep. And I was just like, there's no way I can deal with doing a live today, tomorrow or whatever. So I was like, nope. So Tina and I both took the weekend off.
I still can't do lives yet. I don't have enough subs.
I know. Put your link in. So if anybody's not subbed to you, they can sub.
I can't. I'm on my phone.
You are such a pain in my ass, woman.
That's what I'm here for.
The things I do for you.
Well, I mean, that goes both ways.
I know.
I'm not as cold-hearted as some people think, but, they don't get the chance. I'm not talking about YouTube either. I'm just talking about people in general. I've been told like 3 times this week that I only care about myself. And I'm like, really? Do you actually know me?
Huh. I got told that too, but it was by my son, so
Yeah, mine wasn't my kids. My kids don't talk to me like that.
Yeah, I know. Most people.
If any of my kids would have been around, could you imagine? Like, they would have went off.
Most people's kids don't. Thomas, you made it! Yay!
Hi, Thomas.
There's the badasses link in case anybody is shockingly not subbed.
I only have 46 subs. Damn. I lost 16 subs within a 24-hour period.
Yeah, that sounds like a YouTube thing. It's true, Don. They can. It's true. They can, Don. And, a lot of it starts when they're kids and they get away with saying something mean and they just keep going, and people don't stand up to them because they're afraid or for whatever reason. I always stood up to bullies when I was a kid. I don't like bullies, and I don't like, even when they were bullying somebody else, I would do that, I've never liked people picking on other people, and I got bullied when I was in school. Well, when I was in younger grades, not when I hit junior high and high school, though. They still did. They just paid for it a little more drastically when they did it. I was a very violent kid.
I was just a loner. Like, I've always been the type of person, if I have friends, awesome. If not, that's cool too. I don't care.
Yeah.
I have more friends on YouTube than I do like here.
I don't have any friends here. So yeah, I definitely have more friends on YouTube. You guys are my social life. I don't know.
I would say the same thing, but I'm not very social.
Well, I am and I'm not, and I am and I'm not, and it's really weird because
I'm social, just not on YouTube. Off YouTube, I'm more social, but on YouTube, it's like I'm scared of what somebody might think, but deep down, I really don't care. It makes no sense to me. I don't know where all this came from all of a sudden, but I don't like it.
Yeah, and well, when I lived in Massachusetts, when I was living in Lowell, and I was hanging out on the CB, we gathered all the time. There'd be 30 or 40 of us hanging out somewhere. And if we didn't have anywhere to hang out, we'd go to someone's house, and their neighbors were not happy. But, we were always on the CB talking to each other or hanging out or whatever. And it was nice. And I came here and I saw the people that were hanging out with their cars with the antennas. And I'm like, nope, I'm good.
Do you
And
remember when I first started YouTube and everybody, well, not everybody, but a few people were like, "Oh, we should meet up," and I'm like, "Yeah, no,
yeah,
yeah." Since then, I've met 8
yeah.
people,
Well, I mean,
7 people, something like
I
that.
would have met Letty and Jamie, but I couldn't get out of my room at the time. So they came to my door and they dropped something off for me. But I couldn't get out there to actually meet them or anything because the wheelchair was not in my room at the time and there's no space for it in here. So, ugh, damn dogs. Dawn, that sucks. That happened to me too. Um, my friend, Simmy, yet. My friend Rose turned on me out of the blue. She was started complaining about it. It blew up that she his damn dog, man. That she unfriended me and I didn't even notice for 2 weeks. Well, I hadn't had YouTube, I hadn't had internet in 3 weeks. I'm like, I have a phone, you could have called me if there was a problem. She was with somebody new, somebody that was from our past when we lived in Massachusetts, and a lot of people were down on her for the relationship. I sent them a fucking engagement present. I wasn't being judgy about that. I was like, if you're happy, then go for it. And she started accusing me of being against the relationship and did it. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then she put all my business on Facebook, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, excuse the fuck out of me. And yeah, so I was done after that. I'm like, whatever. But it was a lady who owned, it was a woman who owned the, like, lady, yeah, okay. It was a woman who owned the radio station that I was doing shows on that got pissed at me. And when I lost internet, she managed to put a wedge, like put that little dip of doubt in Rose's head. And Rose and JR were drinking a lot. So their minds weren't really cognitive all the time. And so that little seed of doubt got put in there and it just exploded. And I had been friends with her for over 22 years. I mean, she was my son's godmother, you know what I mean? So her son Dustin is my godson. He's 6 months older than my son. And he still calls me and talks to me on Facebook and stuff. He calls me mom now because he says I sound like his mother. And since I'm his godmother, he calls me mom. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I can't send you money though. He goes, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. So, but yeah, I mean, and then 2.5 years ago, matter of fact, it will be 2 years ago, the 31st or 30th of July this month that she died. And we were never able to reconnect or at least even be civil to each other. And that was, I mean, when she did that and just walked away, like the friendship had been nothing. It was like she had died to me. I was in mourning for a good week. I just cried nonstop, and it was very hard on me. And then when Dustin called me and told me that she had died, I went through it all over again. So hopefully, Chum went on a mission to find her wherever they went and told her, you were wrong. She didn't do shit wrong to you. You listened to some stupid douchebag who got butt hurt. Yeah, Don, it's devastating when someone is that big of a part of your life and they just walk away. Like none of it meant anything. It's so hard.
I don't think there's a time frame on that either.
No, there isn't.
Because there's a few people that I haven't known, but maybe a year or two, that I feel like the way everything went down, I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. Morning, Papa.
And you've been there for a few of them.
Yeah.
Hey, Papa.
So, yeah.
I couldn't imagine being friends with somebody for like 20, 30 years and all of a sudden they're like, hey, guess what? We're not friends anymore.
Yeah, it was hard. And, I always had the hope that, because this happened about 4 or 5 years before she died. And I always had that hope that she would contact me and be like, hey, can we talk? and just so we could work things out. Because we'd gotten in fights before, but they were nothing like this. I mean, this is a girl I did a wellness check on because the guy she married isolated her up in the boonies in Maine and wouldn't even let her out of the house. He took her phone. I tried calling her and he had her phone, and I was like, where's my Roro? And he goes, oh, I have her phone because mine broke. I'm like, okay, well, have her call me. And 3 days later, I hadn't heard from her. And he kept giving me excuses, and I was like, nope. I'm like, you put her on the phone now, or I'm going to do a wellness check. And he was like, what? I was like, I'll have the cops show up at your door to make sure she's okay. And, hey, Paul, how you feeling?
Hey,
and
Paul.
like 10 minutes later, she called me back, and I was like, we had a code that her and I came up with at one point because we ended up moving to different states. And I said, if there's something happens and I can't be there, I want to know, if you're okay. And I asked her the code phrase, and she answered it that she was in trouble. So I sent the fucking cops. They went up there, and the mobile home door was chained shut from the outside. They had there were bars all over the windows. She couldn't get out of the house. And so they had to cut her out of the house with bolt cutters. And, she left him, but he was being very abusive. And I'm glad, Paul. So, I mean, this is what we used to. I mean, she did a wellness check for me when John was freaking out while I was on the phone with her, and that was at a point when I actually did need a wellness check. I do not need a wellness check now, but he was freaking out and put his arm through the fucking wall. And she was like, what was that? I was like, arm through the wall. She goes, fuck. I'm like, yeah. She goes, okay. And then he's like screaming because he had taken medication that I shouldn't have been taking, and it was for depression. And I had told him when he found it not to take it because it was something that was relatively new at the time that I had never heard of, really, except on commercials. And it's something that I knew was causing people to have manic moments. And yeah, he went full out manic on me that day. And so after that, when he got back from the hospital, I made him dump them all in the toilet.
That is the reason I don't take medication for my problems.
Yeah.
Because either I have a full-on bipolar, manic, like ape shit fucking crazy, or I'm like a zombie. There's everything that I've tried different ones. I've been on and off medication since I was 15. And I'm just like, I will figure it out without it. And I don't think I do too bad. Some days are better than others.
Right. Well, I was on Zoloft for a long time. When I first started going to pain management and all that, I was on Zoloft for chronic pain depression. I was like, are we giving boosters for real life depression or just the pain depression? I'm like, because, there are multiple levels over here. And I was fine on that. I was able to function without being a walking waterfall, which was great for me. It didn't zombify me or anything. But this was, the hell was the name of it? It began with a C. And you definitely were not supposed to be on any kind of stuff. Like, morning, Jennifer, without doctor supervision. If he had a doctor prescribe it, what we always did with any kind of mind-altering medication is that I always had the doctor's numbers so that if his behavior changed, that I could let them know what was going on. But this was it came out of nowhere. And I was like, what the hell is going on? I mean, he lost his mind. And I'm like, and I could tell he hadn't been drinking. So I knew it wasn't that. And I'm sitting there trying to get him to tell me what he took. And he wouldn't tell me. He's like, I didn't take anything. And I'm like, oh God. And yeah, he went nuts. So when my friend my friend called the sheriff's department here in town, and then 911 actually called me. I've never even heard of 911 calling you, but they called me and asked if everything was okay. I said, not really. And she was like, do you want us to send a car? And I was like, please. And she was like, on a level of 1 to 10, how violent is he right now? I said, he's about a 2.5. I was like, it's towards everything else, not me. yeah, right after that, I got tackled and body slammed into a box. But, the officers, just one car, shockingly enough, showed up. And, he's all saying he didn't take it. He's fine. I was like, you're not fine. I was like, either you let the police officers take you to the hospital and get you checked, or you go to jail. I was like, because I'm not going to have you here right now. Nope. Oh, no, Jennifer, I'm just talking about stuff that happened with medication with John in the past. And the cops actually let me decide which was going to happen because I wanted to make sure he was okay because he was, way out of character. So he went and he got checked and he tried telling them he took old Tylenol. And I'm like, who do you think you're lying to? And so they kept him there for a good 6 hours. So it kind of worked its way out of his system. So he came home and I was like, go to bed. Don't even talk to me. Just go to bed. Leave me alone. And he did. And the next day he was like, I'm like, what did you take? And he started to lie. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go through your room and I'm going to find everything that's in there that you don't want me to find. And it's all going in the trash. So tell me what you took. And he told me, and I was like, dump it right now. And he did. And that was the last incident with that. Damn, Papa.
Dawn, it's taken me 8 years to figure out how to control my, everything.
Sorry,
Sometimes I
calm down,
lose my
Jennifer.
shit. Right, Jennifer. It's okay. It was in the past. But
it's okay, Jennifer.
Most of the time, I've only lost my shit I would say 3 times. But this year's been pretty shitty for me. I'm getting there,
Yeah.
but it was pretty shitty for me. But as much stuff as I've been through, I think 3 times is pretty good. What do you think, Kodi?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, Darlene.
And nobody got hurt. Nobody physically got hurt. Maybe feelings, but
there was that self-defense moment, which you were totally in the right for.
That is not my fault. Don't put your hands on me. I'm going to kick you in your fucking face.
And this is why we call her Ninja, because she did.
Break your fucking jaw. I told Tim the other day, I was like, I might need a chair to kick you in the face, but I'll get one. he's
right?
Like, oh, because I just had a mental image of you standing in a chair trying to kick someone in the face. I was like, I'd do it too. I remember back in my partying days, oh my God, I think I might have been the only sober one at that moment because I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything when I was pregnant. And before and after, that was a different story. But a couple that was at my house, he drug her up the stairs and in my apartment by her hair. I lost my shit. And he goes, bitch, say that to my face. So I stepped up in a chair, got nose to nose with him, and was screaming at him. And after I was done yelling, I just started laughing because the fact that I had to stand in the chair, it was hilarious.
Yeah, I had a confrontation with somebody like that in the middle of a Dunkin' Donut parking lot. Because when Rose and I were when we met, we were instant friends. It was instant sisters, you know what I mean? And we bonded really quickly. And probably about 5 months later, this little asshole tried to hire Rose to kick my ass. And she showed up at my house. Yeah. She showed up at my house laughing her ass off. And I'm like, what's funny? And she goes, Dan just tried to hire me to kick your ass. And I'm like, what? Because I had said that if he's going to hang out with gang members, he should really pick a girlfriend who's not going to hide under his truck if there's a problem. Because his girlfriend was definitely not a fighter. She would have been totally useless. Yet he's hanging out with, actual gang members. And so, my statement was the truth. And apparently she got all offended and said she could kick my ass with her hand tied behind her back. And I'm like, well, since usually it's your ankles that are behind your head, that would be an interesting switch. And so she was like, well, meet me in Dunkin' Donut parking lot and I'll kick your ass. I'm like, all right. So I go down there with Rose and it was just me and Rose, and like 25 people showed up. Their little gang member friends, and her boyfriend Dan, and her fucking mother. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? She had family members there. I mean, so there's some aunt that was screaming in Rose's face. I just gave her a look and she shut up. And Rose looked at me and goes, you couldn't have given her that look 5 minutes ago? She's giving me a headache. And what I didn't know is that my Sevilla friends were surrounding all the little gang member friends. So it would have gotten really ugly and dumped in a parking lot. But Dan is sitting there screaming next to me while I'm trying to talk to this girl's mother. You know, and I have respect for people's parents. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, could you hold on 1 second, please? And she was like, sure. And I turned around, I faced Dan. I was like, look, you thumbless fucking wonder. You tried to hire my best friend to kick my ass because you said you wanted to slap that fat redheaded bitch in the face. I was like, well, here's my face. It's right in yours. Go ahead and slap it and see how far you get. I was like, otherwise, shut the fuck up while I try and talk to your girlfriend's mother. Try and have a little bit of respect for your own girlfriend's mother. Now sit there and be quiet. And I turned around, I looked at her, I said, you were saying? And she was just like, I'm like, look, I said, I didn't start this. I was like, all I said is that because he's hanging out with gang members, is that he should be with somebody who's not going to curl up in a ball and cry. If there's problems, there's always problems with the gangs, you know? So the most she's going to do is get hurt. Why he would put her in that situation, I have no idea. I was like, and she's the one who said she could kick my ass. And Suzette was like, and that's right, I could. And her mother looked at her and goes, are you crazy, girl? She goes, this girl would wipe you up and down the street with just looking at you. She goes, shut up before I let her. I'm like, so the whole thing dispersed without any violence, but it was ridiculous, you know, and it was me and Rose against like 25 people as far as I knew, you know. And as soon as they all started showing up, Rose and I looked at each other and we were like, yeah, we're going to get hurt. And she goes, yeah, we are. I was like, we're taking some of these sons of bitches with us. She goes, fucking ain't right, we are. Because I'm going down, I'm taking the nearest possible people with me. I am, Paul, I have lived, which is good because I have no life now. So at least I have memories. So, yeah, don't get me started on the shoplifting stories. Loss prevention stories.
Don't get her started on the shoplifting stories. Jeez.
I mean, I can't say I didn't live. I've been through some shit, you know what I mean? But, I mean...
I think we all have in one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and I don't say it to make people like, oh my God, that's horrible. No, I fucking came out of it. I'm fine. I've had guns pointed at my head multiple times with people that would have no problem shooting me, yet I'm still here. We're still looking for it, Paul. I think one of the kittens stole it.
It's actually hidden under the sink, but there's so much shit under there that I don't remember which one's mine.
You know what Julie started doing to me?
What?
Our awesome and wonderful Julie Hooley. Every time I'd start telling a story or I'd make a comment about something, she'd go, Kodi. I'd be like, yes. She goes, is this going to be a long story? And at first, I was like, what the fuck? And my first thought, instinctively, was like, bitch, you know? And then I was like, you know what? Okay, we can do this. So the next time she asked me, she's like, Kodi, is this going to be a long story? I'm like, it might be. I can make it longer. And she's like, oh God. I'm like, you know, I mean, I have some shit.
Me and Julie we've talked on the phone a couple times. We've only, like, I've always said hi to her, like, in the chats, but, like, on a more personal level where we chit-chat here and there.
Yeah.
That's, what, I think 2 or 3 months now? Something like that. And she cracks me up. Why did you mute? Don't mute yourself.
I had to, because otherwise y'all are hearing this.
Okay.
And I figured nobody wanted to hear a plastic bag getting rustled around, so.
Well, I mean, I watched Just Me Kathy, so what's the difference?
I'm mute if
That's
I
what it
want to,
sounds like.
damn it.
No.
Bye, Paul. Let's see y'all in the funny papers, right?
Bye, Paul.
I hope you and Sandy keep feeling better. I love Hooli. I think Julie is absolutely hysterical, and she is such a sweet person, and she doesn't put up with no shit. You know what I mean? And I like that.
Susanna's another. Well, I've said hi to her in the chats a bunch, but we've only been like chit chatting for the last. I don't even know. Okay, I don't remember. I might say it's been a couple months, and it might have only been a month. I don't freaking remember. But yeah.
Amy's time-space continuum is a little off. You know, it's okay.
Right. Like when I say the other day, it could have been like last year. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I love Susanna and I love Tina. Fuck you, macaroni and cheese, you know.
Sometimes when I read Susanna's comments, I can like hear her accent. Like, like her, I can like picture her body language and what she says and like the accent she has. Like, I can just like hear it.
Yeah, when she makes comments like about stuff, and I'll actually hear what Tina's response might be, and I hear it in the accent, you know, full out mass hole going, what the fuck, you know?
Right. You know, surprisingly, I've seen the rants that Tina does. One day I was talking to Susanna, and she's like, well, ask Tina her opinion. So I did. Because, you know, like I knew she'd just be straightforward with it, really, is why I did. And it wasn't like a rant. She just was out there. It was like a normal conversation. And I'm like, wow, this is so much different than what I see on YouTube. Wasn't prepared. I was expecting like, well, don't be a fucktard or, you know, something like that. But that's not what she said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, when you're ranting, you know damn well when you're ranting, you're totally different because you're different than you are right now when you're ranting. To the point where at one point I had to tell you to go smoke a joint. You know what I mean? Be like, calm down, girl. Do not beat up the people delivering the lawnmower, okay?
But I was so everything that day.
I know.
Like everything was wrong, but really there was only like a handful of things that was the problem. But it was just building up, and I just fucking lost it.
Yeah, it's like everything got supersized, even little things. You know, like bees.
Like somebody just looking in my direction. I'm like, take a fucking picture. Do you want a picture? I'll take a selfie with you. Oh my God. Looking back on this shit, where do you come up with the stuff that we say? When we're pissed off, who knows what flies out of your mouth?
Yeah. True story. But I mean, I will say that I have the very first person ever since I've been doing lives has gotten blocked on my channel. And he got blocked last Wednesday. And that would be Fluffy. Because what most people don't know, so I guess I do have a little bit of drama. What most people don't know is that after my live ended, like 3 seconds after my live ended, he hit the link and came in the back room. So curiosity's sake, I was like, because I had already hidden him from my chat, so nobody could see anything he was saying. Curiosity got me, so I clicked on him, told Tina, hold on a minute, and I clicked on him and let him on camera, and I was like, what do you want? And he started trying to have a normal conversation. I'm like, no, what do you want? This isn't a social call. What do you want? And he's like, how come everybody's still calling me a liar and a thief? I was like, because you are. He goes, didn't you watch my live? I showed receipts. And I'm like, no. And I didn't care. Even if he refunded, because he's saying he refunded or sent everybody's stuff out, and he did not. You know, even if he did, it doesn't negate the fact that they lied about the surgery. And he took everybody's money for surgery that wasn't necessary, and she doesn't need surgery. So, yeah, that's called being a liar and a thief. And then there's still all the packages that he fucked up. I mean, he's saying everybody got their money back or got their packages. just because you ship a package to somebody doesn't mean they got everything they were supposed to get, because you fucked up your packaging all the time. You did it on purpose. And I mean, I saw the box Rhonda got, and there's no way even a tenth of the stuff that she had purchased from him or was given as gifts from him would have fit in that box. You know, because she showed it to me before she opened it, and there's no way. So just because you say, yeah, I shipped a package to Rhonda, doesn't mean, sorry, Rhonda, don't mean to, you know, don't know if you're here or not, but hers is the only box that I saw. So just because you can say, well, I shipped Rhonda's package. Yes, you shipped a package. It was not what she was supposed to get. So, yeah, that means you stole her money. Hello. So, yeah, you're a thief and a liar, and I'm not changing my mind about that. I do back him up on the whole Kathy fucking up his PayPal thing. But that's the only thing. Other than that, he's a piece of shit that should just go away. He says he won't. I don't know, whatever. But I ended up banning him from the studio. I was like, you know, I'm so dumb. Why he feels the need to validate with me, I do not know. Now, right after I booted him, he messaged poor Wendy and Jack and sent them a whole bunch of screenshots of PayPals and stuff that he's refunded. Wendy messaged me, and I was like, I'm not interested. And she goes, well, he says that, you know, we can send you the zip file. I was like, I'm not interested. So Toad relayed that I was not interested back to him. I was like, I asked Wendy, I was like, did he ask you to send this, you know, proof, supposedly, quote unquote proof, to anybody else? And she's like, no, just you. I'm like, why the fuck does it matter for just me? Why wouldn't he do that with everybody that's still calling him a thief and a liar? You know what I mean? Why? I don't get it, but he can stop because I don't care. See, now you muted yourself. Quit that.
I always mute myself when you talk about Fluffy.
Oh. So, I mean, I don't understand why he was so had such a hard on to get validation from me or to make me believe him, but it's not happening, because regardless, the whole incident still happened. You know, it was the intent behind it and the fact that he had, I mean, he had, yeah, no. So he can stop now. So that's my itty bitty little bit of drama about that. So Fluffy is the very first person to get banned on my channel.
Congratulations. You finally blocked someone.
Yep, I did.
I remember the first time, totally not about that at all. It was the first time I got a thumbs down. Well, it wasn't the first time, but like the first time I got more than like 4 or 5 was when I did my first auction. And I had I don't even remember. I had a lot of thumbs down. And I had mentioned it. I was talking to T, Auctions for UT. And I said I had X amount of thumbs down on this one live I did. And then she goes, congratulations, honey. You are officially a YouTuber. And I'm like, yay.
I had a thumbs down before I even started my live.
That happens. So. I mean, obviously, I don't know about like the last few months, but like when me and James would do the morning show, it's like immediately after I would schedule it, I always had a thumbs down. And I'm like, oh, I love you too. You know, like I don't, it doesn't, what's it mean? It means that they're not going to see my stuff. Okay, well, if you're not interested, you're not interested.
Well, just because they give you a thumbs down doesn't mean they're not there. You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
Thanks for the watch hours. Have a nice day.
And I get really nervous. Like it in my own chat, well, anybody's, if I'm on the panel and there's more, I don't even know. Sometimes just people I don't know being in the chat kind of like throws me off. But like, say for instance, the last live I did, I had 74 people in my chat. That is like triple what I normally would have. So I was just like, oh. And then when I noticed how many was in there, I got quiet for a few minutes. And I'm like, well, I'm the only one talking, so I can't do that.
Right? Awkward silence.
The other person on the panel was just there for support. So
Wednesday's live, I think at the highest point of people in there was 27, and that's the most I think I've had, and I was kind of like, oh crap, there's actually people watching this.
Right. And I like with most of mine, I would have anywhere between 10 to 20 people, at 20 being obviously the most. So when I go on and I see 74 people as soon as I hit live, I was like, oh shit. Do I even know half the people that are watching?
Probably not.
But that day I didn't really care so much about that. It did freak me out for a few minutes. And then when I realized that obviously they were there for a reason, whether they were talking to me or not, which I don't read the chat too much when I'm talking because it throws me off. Squirrel moments.
Yeah.
I can't read the chat and have say what I'm trying to say at the same time. So I ignore a lot of it. And I used to feel bad about it, but with that particular live, I was saying what I needed to say.
Right.
And that's what it was for. But normally,
I don't really care. I don't really worry about the thumbs down. I never have. Although I think my average is about 2 thumbs down per live. I have had a few where it's been like 5 or 6, but
right.
We
There's
pretty much know where.
some people that surprise me with as many as they get. I'm like, how can you give this person like 12 thumbs down when it's one of the sweetest people I've ever met? Like, how do you? I don't get it.
Yeah.
If you don't like
don't
it, then it's kind of like Facebook. If you don't like it, then keep scrolling.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess now Twitter is going to be exploring the option of a dislike button. I was like, yes, because that's what we need. More hate in the world. More hard feelings and more people getting butthurt because somebody doesn't like their post. I'm like, really? So,
I never understood that, like, on any social media. Just because I don't like something that you shared doesn't mean that that doesn't mean anything to me.
right.
Like, if I post something on Facebook and you like it, oh, well, she liked it too. She agrees, whatever. Like on YouTube, I understand more now, but before I started YouTube, I never really understood why people are like, well, you didn't like my stuff. And I'm like, okay, and
Yeah.
but I get it more.
You can't please everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you could post a video of puppies playing, and there's going to be at least a few people that click that dislike for no other reason than to cause mayhem in your head. It's like puppies. Who hates puppies? It's like, what the hell? So there's always going to be somebody that, I don't know. I think they're more disliking on themselves than what they're actually watching.
Right.
If you don't like it, don't watch. I'm not keeping you here. You're not chained to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Because that kind of thing is a kinkiness that I save for outside of YouTube. Really, dog?
Victoria cracked me up when she said I was the same on YouTube as off YouTube, which when I was around her, I actually washed my mouth when I was around her, surprisingly. But like in the back in the mornings when me and her talk, or on the phone when me and her talk, like it's easy to talk to her.
Yeah.
So being around her, I wasn't as nervous to meet her as I was other people.
Right.
I was more nervous when I met Leanne than I was when I met Victoria. Because it was
Timmy.
It's Victoria,
Right.
And she is the same on YouTube as off YouTube.
Oh, and we have to do the oh my golly, just for Victoria, because I try and do it every show. 5'5" if I stand on my right leg, Thomas. 4'5" if I stand on my left.
I don't have shoes on, so I'm not even 5 foot tall right now.
I'm not up to do. I didn't sleep very well last night. The night before, I got like 6 hours of sleep, 5 or 6 hours of sleep in a row, and I didn't even know what to do with myself. I was just so tired that it was more passing out than sleeping. But last night I couldn't get to sleep for the life of me, so I only got hour or so. So I will probably be sleeping. It's quiet in my house as long as the damn dog doesn't start barking again. But other than that, I have nothing scheduled. My mom's going to be here Monday because it's my son's birthday. So she's bringing over his card. I haven't told him yet. I don't know if he's working Monday or not.
I have to schedule a dentist appointment sometime next week.
Hmm.
Yeah, fun. Not at all.
Right?
Well, I mean, I'll be glad when it's all over with, but I wasn't expecting extra issues on top of what I already have.
Right.
I was like, are you serious? Like when she told me what was going on, I'm like, are you serious? And she's like, I don't joke about this. And I'm like, well, I kind of hope that you are actually. She's freaking me out. And then when she broke it down, I'm like, okay, I don't really need to panic. I'm good. Just have to get it taken care of.
Yeah. What are you doing tonight? What time is it there, Thomas? So you're across the
Like
world
2
there.
a.m. or something. I don't know. I never can keep track, honestly.
No, Virginia, I am not.
I didn't even know they were having one.
And Tina will be doing her live tomorrow.
What time
She
does she
probably
do that?
I don't know what time she has it set up for. She usually does it, I think, around 12:30 my time. Hold on.
Okay, so that's like 11:30 my time.
Yeah.
You know, it was so hard to adjust to the hour time difference
Yeah.
both ways. Like when I got there and when I got home, it was like I was so off.
Yeah, it's at 12:30. Tina's an overachiever. She already has her next three Sundays scheduled.
I seen
I'm like,
that she
stop.
had a couple of them scheduled.
I'm like, stop making me look bad. She's trying to freak me out. I mean, she put a bear on there, which is cool, but it's all snowy and shit. But stop that. Screw your Christmas in July, man. It can be right up there with the macaroni and cheese. Fuck you, macaroni and cheese.
I usually don't participate in the Christmas in July anything. Like with the skincare business, they
Hey,
promote the
Rhonda.
Christmas in July. I just don't. I don't. Hi, Rhonda.
Good morning, Rhonda. Rhonda, did you hear what I said earlier? I didn't know if you were already here or not. I don't want to go over it again if you already heard it. There's Tina's link if you want to go and set reminders or whatever so you don't miss the chitta chatter. Don, yeah, that's supposed to be what it is, but that's not how it works. People do that. You don't know? Okay, well, people do that just to be dicks, And there are bots that will just go around and give everything a thumbs down. You're waking up. Well, let me help you with that. Wednesday
Make sure
after my
she's got
live
her
ended.
coffee first.
You people are always derailing me.
Oh,
Rhonda,
trust
do you have
me,
your
you want
coffee?
Rhonda to tell her that story. You want her to have some coffee in her first.
This could wake
You
her up
really
without
do.
needing coffee. I wouldn't say that thumbs down are always because someone hates you. I think they hate themselves more. They just want to be a dick. Rhonda's like, why do I need coffee? What are you talking about?
Only because you
What's
said you were
happening?
just waking up.
Do you have coffee, Rhonda? Night, Thomas. Sweet dreams. And thank you for coming in and saying hi to us. I like it when you come in and say hi.
Bye, Thomas.
You know, I could have been halfway through the story again by this point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She's not answering if she has coffee or not. Maybe she's
She's probably
making
going to get some, being like, wait, if I need coffee, I'm going now.
it.
Coffee, cig, morning meds, still have sleep. Well, like I said, let me help you with that. So I banned my very first person on YouTube, and that would be Fluffy. Last Wednesday. I tried, Rana. Badass over there is the one that stopped me. After the live ended, I mean, I hid him because he was causing problems in the chat, and Tina asked me to boot him. So I did the whole hidden thing after you guys got to vent on him a little bit. And as soon as my live ended, he clicked the StreamYard link and wanted in the back room. So just out of curiosity, I let him in, and it was just me, Tina, and him back there. And I was like, "What do you want?" He goes, started trying to have a normal conversation. I'm like, "No, what do you want?" And he wanted to know why everybody was still calling him a thief and a liar. And I know you were there. I like to yell at him. I was like, "'Cause you are." And he goes, "Didn't you watch the live? I showed proof that I reimbursed everybody. I took care of everybody." I'm like, no, you didn't. Hey, Kevin. And he started to rant, and I was just like, you know what? And I clicked those three little dots, and I hit that ban from studio option. Bye-bye. And then he messaged Jack on WhatsApp, sent him a zip file of copies of PayPal shit of him paying people back. Although he included Tina's money that she sent him for her stuff and shipping. And I let Wendy know, just not interested. And so she tried to say that they could just send me the zip file. And I was like, I'm really not interested. And so they relayed that. And that's the last I heard of it. But he was trying to, it doesn't matter if you refunded everybody, which I know he hasn't. They're full amounts, you know. He's still a thief and a liar. They lied about the GoFundMe and the surgery and everything and took everybody's money, you know, not to mention the fact that if he was really validated and all of that, then people wouldn't still be complaining about it being a current situation. So I was like, no, I have no idea why he felt the need to try and validate himself so hard with me, but it wasn't working at all. You know, and I talked to Wendy later that night, and I was like, look, I'm like, don't let him put you in the middle again. I was like, just from now on, whenever he wants you to contact me about anything, just tell him I am not interested. She's like, okay. So, you know, he doesn't have the right to put them in the middle just because they talk to me and I don't want to talk to him. You know, you don't put people in the middle like that. That's bullshit. So, yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do, but it's not working. So he's booted. See you later, bye. That was actually the first time he had been in since the whole thing blew up on Tina's channel. That's why he was blue when he first came in. Which that situation got changed immediately. And I was like, you know, he was gray and nobody timed him out because they all wanted to yell at him. So yeah. Damn, Rhonda, when did you become a barista? So yeah, so I figured I'd share that with you, but he's still trying to justify it ridiculously. And that got shut down real quick. And what I had mentioned your name because I said that, you know, I saw the box that he sent you because you showed it to me when we were on a Facebook video call, and that there's no way in hell even a tenth of what you had paid for or been gifted would have fit in that box. Oh, did you? Well, then you're old hat at this. Then you got everybody covered. I'll take a hot chocolate, please, with creamer. So yeah, hi Susie. So just because you say you ship something, oh, I shipped Rhonda's package, doesn't mean that you shipped it correctly, and that you shipped what you should have. That you can try and validate by saying you shipped, but it wasn't what it was supposed to be. So you're still a thief and a liar. I mean, I didn't get everything I was supposed to, and some of the things that I got were wrong. Two of my items ended up in Tina's stuff. So, and Willow's stuff ended up broken.
Hi, Susie.
Liar and a thief. So, So yeah, I figured I'd share that with you since I mentioned your name, and I'm sure you got a message or something or whatever. Either that or you just love me and wanted to come into my show. But I'll go with that option. Although it seems whenever I mention anybody's name, suddenly they show up in my chat, and I'm like, how did they know? Yeah, I know how you know. I know how people find out. The Facebook hotline works really well. And that's fine. I have no problem with that. I mean, people do it to me. If somebody is mentioning my name or whatever. I know, Rana. I know. And I'll pass on that first two words of that. Nope, I'm good. Matter of fact, what's funny is that right after this incident that night, my son sent me a post from somewhere. It was just that he took a screenshot of it that said that not being able to find a sexual partner could validate you for disability. So I sent it to Wendy. I was like, hey, maybe Fluffy should move to America. He'd be able to get disability. So, yeah. But yeah, so I really don't know why he was trying to validate it so hard with me. He didn't do it with anybody else. He didn't have Wendy contact, Tina or Willow or, anybody else about it, just me. And I'm like, why? So I have no idea. I don't really care. It just struck me as odd. One of those, type of things, Never ending saggy. Oh my God, Susie. Nice. Yeah, true that, Rhonda. True that. Although, if he were over here, he'd be within reach, wouldn't he? Yeah, but I was just morbid curiosity, I guess, is why I let him in the back room, and I actually wasn't real surprised that he was still trying to justify himself. There's no justification for what he did, none. Sorry, yawning. Ow, that hurt. So are you awake now, Rana? Oh. The afternoon preaching of the House of Budweiser has started. Can hear my neighbors up there. And the happy note is that my wheelchair is working fantastic, and I should be able to start getting stuff moving along faster now, which is good. Not today, because I'm exhausted, but my mom's going to help me out with a few things Monday when she shows up. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. My son's is Monday. My grandson's was 22nd. I'm like, damn, people were busy during, 9 months before July. The fuck? Oh, I know I was busy. It is, Susie. And I am very much looking forward to being able to get everything set up and crack a lacking. You know what I mean? Because it's about damn time. Oh, I wanted to ask everybody with dogs, have you ever used Pet Armor for fleas or Pet Armor Plus for fleas and ticks? Because it's about half the cost of Frontline and it has the same active ingredients. And I haven't seen any bad reviews on it because I researched it the past couple of days. And I haven't seen anything negative being said about it except that it takes like 24 hours to kick in. Whereas Frontline, you put Frontline Plus on dogs and the fleas just start falling off. But I was wondering if anybody else had any experience with Pet Armor. Awkward silence. This is what happens when Kodi stops talking. See that? And yes, it's been known to happen from time to time when Kodi stops talking. And then people usually say, "Are you okay?" What was the wait what for, Rhonda? Oh, I asked if anybody that has dogs has used Pet Armor Plus. It's comparable to Frontline, same active ingredients. It just takes 24 hours to kick in. I did, Kevin, for a couple of minutes, so yeah, it happens occasionally. I mean, it's still waterproof. It still kills fleas, larvae, eggs, all of that. Everything is comparable, and I haven't seen any bad reviews. Because I can get 6 months worth for Simi for the same price as 3 months of Frontline Plus, and given my budget consciousness at this point, that would be. But I actually do have 3 dogs that need to get done here. I use Advantage too for the cats. I used Frontline on my cats once, and I had 2 cats that had really bad reactions and almost died. They wouldn't started having seizures and almost died with that crap on them. So I won't use anything but Advantage on them. But really? Huh. I couldn't find any bad reviews. Okay. Well, then I will probably go back to Front. I put it in my Amazon wish list thing. Not so that somebody else would buy it for me, but so that I had it saved without bogging down my cart because I don't know what I'll be able to afford and I don't want to have to take stuff off. So, yeah, I'll just stick with Frontline Plus then because I know that works and that none of the dogs in the house have a reaction to it. Thank you, Rhonda. I mean, I won't use Heart's products on my animals because Heart's products have killed animals. So I won't take a chance with them. Yeah, for 3 doses is like twice as much. A lot of damn money. But gotta do what you gotta do, right? Yeah, see, there's more options fine was because Amy abandoned me and has herself on mute again.
Sorry, I was looking up movies.
Yes, because now's the time to do that.
Well, it's 9:51, so actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I haven't worked in like over 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I took it off my list. I put the Frontline back on there. It's $36 for 3 doses of Frontline. It's expensive. But I don't want my baby getting sick. And we do have an elderly dog. I mean, she's 11, almost 12 now, so. Yeah. Yeah, I took the pet armor off and put the Frontline Plus back on. I mean, we don't really have a problem with ticks here, but the fleas are horrible. Okay, I'll do that. I mean, and you know, instead of my somebody in the house that has a dog getting flea stuff, he spent all his money. So I can't stand fleas jumping on me. I hate it, and they're driving me crazy, and they're driving my animals crazy. So, oh really, Dawn? Yeah, Frontline's always worked here. I can't take her to the vet, so I can't get there. We're just gonna knock on wood that our hardy little self doesn't need one. You know what I mean? So. My mom gets chewables from their vet for her Chihuahua. I don't know what they're doing for the new dog that my mom said wasn't going to stay in the house that is now staying. Well, it used to be the ingredients for Advantage, regular Advantage. Now they have Advantage too, but regular Advantage, the ingredients for dogs and cats were the same, and you could actually get the larger doses for the dogs and divide them up. And I used to do that. A guy that owned miniature horses told me about that like 20 years ago, and for like 5 years I was able to do that. And then all of a sudden they changed their formula, so I couldn't do that anymore. So I had to use the ones that were designated for each animal, and that shit got really expensive really quick. Yeah, I priced those. Those are way more than I can afford. Seresto. So we'll get her taken care of at the beginning of the month. Her and the cats and the old girl. And now, see, when John and Issa were here with Dodge and Miha and Simi, we used to divide up. We'd get a 3-pack and we'd divide up, the cost. But something tells me if I get a 3-pack of flea and tick stuff, and have my son put one of them on Rogue, that I'm not going to get reimbursed for that one. I don't know what would make me think that, but that's what I'm thinking. I don't know, Ron. I hear really crazy things about some of these eBay sellers. You know what I mean? Bunch of fucking wackadoodles selling on eBay, man. Yeah. See, the thing that's hard is we have a 75-pound dog, and then we have 2 dogs that are around 35 pounds. So I'm not going to get the, front line up to 88 pounds when the other 2 dogs don't need that much. It's just, that's crazy. And trying to divide those little things in half is, yeah, that doesn't work. So the ones for the older dog might not last as long, but usually they actually, honey, I can't bathe any of them. I can't even get in my bathroom. So, I can roll in and my knees are touching the toilet and the wheelchair's still sticking out of the thing. I can't, there's absolutely no way for me to give a dog a bath. None. Come on, leave her alone. Back up. Back. Shoot. Marty's harassing Onyx again. Tell you, this cat just can't leave. She's a bully. She can't leave her alone. Onyx is sitting there sleeping. Marty comes out of nowhere, starts doing that whole, oh, I'm being nice. I'm giving you a bath. Lick, 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 chomp. You're like a bad date I had once. I don't put Frontline on my cats. Frontline almost killed 2 of my cats. And I have 2 dogs I would have to buy the collars for. So yeah. I agree, but that's not going to happen either, Rhonda. We all know that. I have 1 dog in my room, but Miha, it was both mine and John's dog. And with him gone, she's pretty much my dog. So I'm responsible for her too. And even though, Miha's out there, yeah. Rhonda, now you know what I say constantly, like all day long, is, well, fuck. Even though those fleas wouldn't be jumping on me constantly, still the dog would be suffering through it. And, I don't like that. Although, if my son does leave, there's no way I can take care of 2 dogs. So we just won't even go there right now. That'll make me cry, and I don't want to. So, but the 3 things I don't have to worry about is cat litter, cat food, and dog food, because a YouTube angel sent me a crap ton of this stuff. So I won't have to buy cat food for the next 4 or 5 months, and dog food, my portion of dog food will be good for the next 2 months. So yeah, and I've got plenty of cat litter, so I'm good. Those little expenses that you need for animals that end up costing you a fortune, you know. I had a YouTube angel send me two 22-pound bags of Iam's cat food. I was like, what? And two 30-pound bags of pedigree. And then cat litter. And just, damn, you know. And that is going to help out a tremendous amount because I don't even know if the boy's going to be able to pay his full expenses at the beginning of the month. And if he doesn't, the rest of it's coming out of the next paycheck. And then we need food and things like that. So he drank my last chocolate milk, man. I'm pissed. Pretty much. I don't know what it, you know. He sits there and tells me he doesn't like Nesquik chocolate milk, right? But then he drinks like 3 or 4 of them out of the things that got sent to me, and I'm like, and they, oh, I meant to tell you I drank that. Really, that's not yours. You're not supposed to. He goes, well, Dad always said it was better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I said, not in this case. It's not. I'm like, back off my shit. Stop eating my stuff. What the hell? This is why I keep all my snacks in my room because otherwise I wouldn't have any. So. He made me cheeseburgers last night. That was nice. Food. Food is good. And yeah, now I can get out and I can make my own food. But the problem is that boy does not know how to do fucking dishes correctly. I mean, he gets the stuff dirty. He'll wash it when he goes to make food. Like right now, when I went out there, pots and pans and dishes and bowls, it's dirty. But when he goes to make food, he'll wash what he needs to use to make food. And with me not having my gabapentin and having to wear the gloves, I have to take the gloves off if I'm going to wash dishes, and there's no way hot water can touch my hands right now. And I'd have to take the gloves off to cook, and because I mean I can fry eggs all day long, I can make eggs or whatever. The problem is having to wash everything to be able to do it. So I'm still kind of screwed in that capacity, unless it's something I can just stick in the microwave, and we're all out of that. You know, I still got to wait on him. But because I'll be able to nuke my own foods and make my own foods, things will be, when I do get groceries, things will be more oriented into things that I can make. So, because I don't know if I'll be able to get my gabapentin again without getting into the doctor's office. So there is that. I have to call them Monday. Susie, making drug deals on YouTube is illegal. I'll private message you later and talk to you about that. I appreciate the offer. Yeah, I mean, it's been a year since I've been to my doctor, and they want to see me and do all the, blood pressure and all that, and that's fine. I mean, if they could send someone to my house to do that, I'd be all for that. Not a problem. There's nothing that looking at me is going to tell them in regards to my nerve pain. It's not like it, flares bright red or something when I hurt. And I just cannot get there. And they want me to do blood work too, lab work, and I can't do that. So I can't get there. Not until school starts, and my mom, oh, yeah, no, I'm just going to get the front line because I know that works, and it doesn't give them a reaction. Thank you, though. Thought you were talking about the gabapentin. I'm like, sorry. So, Yeah, because my mom is carting around my grandkids back and forth to summer school and all that, and she just doesn't have time to be able to take me anywhere. And I never know when my son is going to be here to help me get across the driveway in the wheelchair, because it's a sand driveway. And I can't do it on my own. I don't have the upper body strength for it. My back is too bad for me to power across the sand, especially after it rains. So, no, it's okay, Susie. I thought that's what you were talking about because I had skipped. It's all right. Although I did find gloves that will help that are tighter to my hands. They're like a compression glove. And so that will help wearing the gloves that I have now, which are mechanics gloves. It's what I use when I wheel around in my wheelchair. And these were John's, and that he used for wheeling around in his wheelchair. See? They have the knuckle guards on them, which is good because you don't even know how many times I would have had bloody knuckles from accidentally hitting the door jambs frames. And it pads them so I don't get boo-boos. But they're too big because these are large, and I would actually take a medium in these. So trying to do anything with these on is not happening. But I found compression gloves that are supposed to be for carpal tunnel and arthritis. They're copper compressions, and they're like $25. So I stuck those on my list too. They even have the touch pads for using a touch screen. And so I added those because I'll probably get some of those. Hey, Willow.
Hello, dear.
And that will, if I'm not able to get my gabapentin, that will. I mean, I won't be able to keep the gloves on when I'm doing my soldering or anything, but it will help with other things. They fit closer to my skin, so I'll be able to do more things with them on, and that will be helpful.
Hey, Amy.
Because even if I do get my prescription and it's the same pills as what I got last time, they're not working like they were working, and I don't want to up and put more meds in my system if I don't have to. So if I can use the compression gloves to, make up the difference between how the old pills were working and how these work, then that's what I'll do.
Hi, Willow.
Hi, honey. Hey, Susie, Dawn, Kevin. I just woke up.
Wakey, wakey.
I have a not so tiny little fur ball in my lap.
I'm ready to go back to bed. Well, I couldn't fall asleep last night, so.
Can you tell me how a person that doesn't watch movies owns so many movies?
You're a movie hoarder.
I have a box of movies, and if I was to watch movies, I would watch them. But there's like 5 of them that are still in the package. Like they still have the plastic shrink wrap stuff around them.
I have a crap ton of DVDs now because John was constantly going to the pawn shop and getting more movies, and every once in a while he'd be able to get his wife to buy a brand new movie that just came out, and a lot of the movies that he got were because he knew that I liked those movies, and so he'd be like, "Look, I got this for the family," and he'd wink at me because I know damn well he got it because I wanted to watch it. So when I told her that John would want, because Issa never watched horror movies, and she didn't even understand Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, none of that kind of thing. She couldn't comprehend it. I told her that John would probably want me and Johnny to have, my son to have some of the movies. She goes, "Oh, well," she goes, "they're all out there on the couch," because of course she got them halfway through the house, and that's as far as they got. She goes, "Go ahead and go through them, and whatever you don't want, I'll take." I'm like, "Okay." So she ended up leaving with about 15 DVDs out of about 200. So my son took all the horror genre, and I have all the other ones. So, yep. I left things like Talon's movies and things like that. I left all of those kids' movies and stuff. But I took my games that I know he got for me. Because he got me the Spyro, the new one for PS4, and he had gotten Horizon Dawn for me. So I took those. Those are mine. I don't have a PS4, but I have the games.
That went right over my head.
Well, you're short. Everything goes over your head.
Pretty much. I don't talk video games though. Nick does that. He's like, "Oh, Mom, you have to check out this game," and I just kind of look at him like, "Yeah, I'll get around to that." Like, I can't tell you the last time I played. Actually, I can. When I started going through that room and I found the Nintendo games and I was playing Dr. Mario.
The last time I played was with John, and we were playing Kingdoms of the Amalur. And he started off playing it, and then he was like, okay, my thumb hurts, because he had cut the tendon on his thumb, putting his hand through plate glass. And they thought he had severed the tendon completely, and he'd never have use of his thumb, but apparently it wasn't severed completely, and it managed to connect enough that he could use his thumb again, but it got tired quick. So he'd be like, here, play this for me. I'm like, okay. So we were playing it together. That's usually what we did. We started off with a computer game with Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale like 21 years ago. And he'd play for 30 minutes and I'd play for 30 minutes. And whoever wasn't playing would come up with a strategy or, talk the other person through the walkthrough that I had printed up or cheat codes or whatever. Because fuck yeah, we cheated. And then when we started with the game consoles, we would do the same thing. If we couldn't be playing the game at the same time, then I would have the controller for a little while, and then he'd have the controller, and we'd switch back and forth. He tried to do that with Issa, and because she was complaining that he always played games with me and not her, and he tried doing that with Issa, and yeah, that didn't work.
Last time I played was with my mom in the 90s.
But my son will every once in a while come in and be like, "Oh, I got this new game that I'm trying," and he'll ramble off, and it's a first-person shooter, and I don't play those, so I'm like, "Oh, well, that's cool." I'm like, "Sounds fascinating." I'm like, I don't do first-person shooters, so.
I loved Mario too, Rhonda.
Dr. Mario and Super Mario Brothers 3 was my favorites.
I think mine was Super Mario. And I love my favorite was Zelda. Legend of Zelda. Mom
Zelda
loved
was
Tetris.
fun.
There was some
I
kind
only
of
played Tetris on the Game Boy. I never played that on any other system.
I played.
What did I play on Super Nintendo?
So.
I think it was Nintendo 64. I played Echo the Dolphin. I played that one. I ended up giving my Nintendo and that game to my oldest daughter when she was like 9. But there was a racing game that I used to play with Rose, and it was for one of the Nintendo systems, and we used to play that all the time.
Well, I know I had a Nintendo 8-bit, and I'm thinking at some point I had a Sega. It was an early Sega, but I don't remember what Sega.
Yeah, maybe it was, I don't know. But whatever Echo the Dolphin was on, that's what I was playing. Because it was cool, because there were orcas in it, and the dolphin, and all kinds of cool shit.
Yeah.
John's big thing when I met him was Demolition Derby. And it was so funny because he was trying to teach my son how to play, and my son was like 4 or 5 years old, and the boy ended up going through the whole track backwards. And John was fascinated by the fact that he actually made it through the whole thing driving backwards. was like,
I
well,
don't know what Bubble Bobble is.
Yeah, I never heard of that one.
I might. I just might not recognize the name.
We had some kind of race car one, but I don't know. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't my thing. My husband liked that. That's crazy. I was gonna do it in my own damn car.
but my jam is games like Dungeon and Dragon type of games, you know, like Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale and all of that.
You know, I've heard of Dungeons and Dragons, but I have no idea what it is, you know, or anything about it.
Dragon Age, Kingdoms of Amalur. But the thing is a fight engine has to be a certain way, or I don't enjoy playing the game. My son had gotten me Elder Scrolls and Oblivion, and I was so excited to play that game. And I got in it, and some ass clown was shooting me in the ass with the fucking arrows, and I'm like, and I'm clicking the attack button because normally in the other games that I play, as soon as you hit the X, your character starts attacking back, you know, and fighting back. And my character's just standing there getting shot with arrows, and I'm like, "Hello, you're a pincushion. What are you doing?" And you actually had to turn them and aim them, and I'm like, "No." I'm like, because I know if someone shot me in the ass with an arrow, I'd automatically turn around. You know what I mean? I'd be like, "What the hell?" So I didn't like that kind of fight engine. So
Well, some games back then, you know, there'd be weird glitches and stuff. You'd reach a certain point and you'd like have to have a cheat code to be able to get past because there was just like no way to get past.
yeah, this wasn't that situation, but yeah, we lost Amy. It was in the beginning of the game, so yeah, it definitely wasn't that situation. And that's just how it played. I mean, I've watched gameplay on other things, and yeah, that's just how it is. So, and my son still is trying to get the game away from me so he can return it for credit. And I'm like, you gave me the game for my birthday. It's mine. You're not getting credit to turn in that game. What the hell? You know? I'm like, no. So I still have it.
Well, I've heard of Resident Evil. I thought that was a
Yeah.
good one. Hey, Tina.
Ah, come on, Tina. That's no way to talk about Susanna. What the fuck? Sorry. Good no, but I love Susanna, and no, I don't think she's a bitch.
Mom used ivory soap on me when I was little. When she figured out that it made me break out, we quit using it.
Well, I think she was talking about for the dogs
Oh,
because we were talking about flea treatment and stuff. Have you been, Tina?
I'm not awake enough to think that hard.
Yeah, I'll be able to order it as soon as I know how much.
You him.
Yeah, how much I'm gonna have to do because I have to do my phone bill this coming month, and that's $75, and it's for 3 months though. And I have to, if I'm able to get my prescription, that's $65. So, and then I have necessities that I need to get too. Although I will have to, I mean, if I have to go without necessities, I will, because these animals, I can't deal with them suffering like this with fleas, and I don't like them jumping on me. I hate them, so they need to go. So I'll get that ordered in the beginning of the month and get rid of the little buggers. Oh, okay. Yes, she was talking about flea treatment, but she has no dogs. Okay. I didn't think you guys had a dog.
Okay.
Welcome back, Dawn.
Welcome back, Dawn. I hope the post office was a smooth transaction. What are you looking at me for?
Because it can.
I have a little 6 7-week-old eyes peeking over my thigh. Like, should I pounce or not?
Mine are sleeping. I got one sleeping in my wheelchair, and the other one is probably up behind me somewhere.
I have one on behind the sofa here, behind my head, and I've got one on the table that's giving the little one the stink eye, and Esme is right here. She has grown.
Yep, they do that. They do that. Marty made me bleed this morning again. She went to run across my legs, and luckily it was the one that I still had the foot on that she made bleed, but she slid. And I looked down like 20 minutes later, and I've got blood dripping on the floor, and I'm like, what the hell? And yeah, I've got fucking punctures and scratches. And see, the lower part of the leg is numb because of my neuropathy, so I didn't feel it when it happened. I felt the part on my thigh where her upper leg, upper paws were, and I was like, ow, son of a bitch. But I didn't feel the part on the, I didn't even know she got me on the lower part of my leg until, I looked down and there's drops on the floor. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, damn cat. They've got a whole bed to walk on, but they got to walk on me, Stop it. But,
Gentle girl. All right, go play. Tail out of my shirt. Ow. Stop that. She is a biter, and she's an alpha female. So we're getting her broke of the biting, and we're teaching her gentle and kisses instead of chomps and all that. But we still have our moments. But we've made huge strides from what it was to start with. To start with, I was nothing but a 205-pound chew toy.
Yeah, Marty is a biter, but Marty came from outside too. She was picked up on a street not too far from where we live. But she doesn't bite me. She'll like touch her teeth on me, and I'm like and she'll start giving me kisses. Onyx has never bitten me. She'll mouth me, but she doesn't. I don't even feel it. Onyx is definitely a lover, not a fighter.
I've had other biting kittens. I've had alpha females, so we'll get there. We're almost there to where it's just gentle play. But
well, Marty never, because if Marty started to put her teeth on me, I would stop giving her attention, and I would ignore her, and she doesn't like being ignored. So
I tried that with this one. She just
Issa, on the other hand, would
pay attention to me.
Issa would maul this cat. I'm like, what are you doing to the cat? Stop it. No wonder she hates you. And she goes, she should love me. If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't even be in this house. She'd still be in the shop. I'm like, yeah, cats think like that. No. Her own cat didn't like her because she doesn't know how to pat a cat correctly. It's like, who taught you how to treat an animal? She'll walk up to the cat and she'll like put her hands on them and do this. I'm like, it's not like a fucking dog. You can't just rough them up like that. They don't like it.
No.
This is why the cat bit her on the ass twice.
Yeah, when we first brought in Millicent, or I first brought in Millicent, Mom hadn't had a cat around for decades. Decades. So she had to kind of relearn the cat thing. And Sis had never been around a cat in her life. She had no idea. So I had to teach her they don't think like dogs. They don't think like people. This is how cats think. If you hold it out and dangle it and wiggle your fingers or whatever, they're going to chomp it.
Tina.
You might chat back up here.
Good luck with that, because from what I heard, she likes to bite a lot. She wants to bite babies' faces.
Mm-hmm. You married a chomper.
Yeah, you did. Chomp, chomp, chomp. I'm surprised she didn't bite you real hard when you ate her cheese. Fuck you, macaroni and cheese. No, I don't want milk. I don't like milk. Give me the cheese. Yeah, Issa doesn't know how to treat any animal. I mean, her cat would come to me and come to John, but she avoided that woman at all costs because she'd pick her up and she'd toss her around and like flip her on her back. And Blackie hated being on her back. And some cats like it, some cats don't, and you have to go with what the cat likes and doesn't like. And she'd just be like, "She's my baby," and then the cat would bite her, and she'd be like, "Oh, she bit me." Well, no shit. She told her dog once, she goes, "Dog, you're supposed to listen to me. Obey your master." And I just started laughing my ass off. I'm like, that dog is more likely to listen to your cat than to you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, but that was her attitude. It was like she was the master of, the animals. And I'm like, no, you're really not. And she was trying to get him to sit down. And I'm listening to her screaming at this dog. And you're supposed to obey me and da-da-da. And I walked out into the other room and I went, "Dodge, sit." And he sat down and she got so mad. And John just fell off the bed laughing. He was like, "Ah," and that is an alpha. Like, and Dodge was looking at me. So I went and I got him a cookie and I gave him a cookie. And she goes, "Well, I tried giving him a cookie." I'm like, "Yeah, he doesn't want anything you give him either. He tried your cookies." Because she made lard cookies once and even the dogs wouldn't eat them. Those are the nastiest things I have ever tasted in my life. And that's when I decided, okay, I don't want to die. I'm not eating anything this bitch cooks, because no. I'm a great baker. No, you're not. She wasn't even good at baking herself, man. She took one hit off a joint and wanted to take her crayons to fucking college. I'm like, what? I told John, I said, don't ever let her smoke that shit again. Hi, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
Good morning. What the fuck's up?
Nothing. What the fuck is up with you?
Oh, it's a fine, lovely day. We're out fucking saucing. Makes me so happy.
You're scaring me.
Why? I get to sit in the car for like 4 fucking hours.
Well, then we're not sourcing. She's sourcing. You're just driving.
Yes.
I can't take it. I'm in the car, and all she does is complain, and then she's calling me a freaking bitch. I really can't.
I knew you were going to get in trouble for that, Tina.
And yes, I do like to bite.
Susanna, your new nickname is Susanna the Chomper.
Don't come around me, because I'll freaking bite everybody.
So we've heard.
Yeah, it feels good. I like it on my teeth. It's like, can I bite you now?
No.
Why? Let me bite you.
I'm driving.
I don't care.
See? This is the shit I gotta deal.
Yeah, but you love dealing with that shit. Come on.
I also like to watch paint dry, but, I'm busy today.
Oh, okay.
You're not.
Well, I thought you were getting addicted to this whole thing and you couldn't wait to go sourcing again and all that.
The flippin' flamingo hat on.
That's right.
We tried to get her to put you on video when you were dancing, but she wouldn't do it. She said you'd get mad.
Say that you were making what did you get? What did you? Oh, the hat. Remember when you got your hat?
Yeah.
And you were in the kitchen making beef stroganoff, and then
right.
You were dancing with your hat.
That's right.
Look at me, I'm a fucking YouTubian. Yeah, we called it the YouTubian hat dance. And we all wanted to see it, and she wouldn't show it to us, so.
No.
There's certain things that I know that I'm gonna get in trouble for.
Yeah, so we're sourcing today.
I found a couple of stuff. Oh my God! So I went to this place, right? And I found this beautiful pendant on a chain, but it also turns into a brooch. But it was beautiful. Mm-hmm. And then the price tag says it's $4, right? So I'm going to pay for it. And the girl, there was a guy behind the counter, but there was a young girl doing the cash register. She puts in $4, and the guy says, "Oh, that's not $4. That's 24." And I said, "24? The tag says $4." He says, "No, you see that right in front of the 4?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "That's a 2." I said, "That looks like a fucking dollar sign to me." So he's like, "Oh, and anyway, that's a Betsy Johnson piece." And I said, he goes, "Well, you probably don't know about Betsy Johnson, but she's very popular, and that's a very expensive piece." I'm like, I said, "Oh, well, I don't see it." He says, "It's very, very faint on the marking on the back." And I'm like, "Okay." So I'm looking. I says, "I don't see it." He says, "Oh, you can't see it with, it's very, very faint." So I pull out my loop, and I'm looking around. I says, "There's no marking of Betsy Johnson on this." He goes, "It is there." I says, "No." I says, "Maybe you want to try my loop instead of yours, because there's no marking on here." He turns around. I says, "Well, I don't want it." He says, "Well, I'll sell it to you for $4." I says, "Keep the shit. I'm not buying it."
Keep the shit. Okay, Susanna's hanging out with Tina way too much.
Yeah, I'm learning. I am learning. Nobody's
Yeah,
gonna
Betsy.
pull a tackle on me.
I don't know all that much about costume jewelry, but I do know that Betsy Johnson items are very clearly marked.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're
Right.
usually blinged out all the shit. There's usually a crap ton of crystals on Betsy Johnson stuff, so it's very distinguished. You know, and
Yeah, they're
Exactly.
they're
And
a
this
style.
but
so yeah, he was
and
trying to
this
jack you.
but yeah, it was all blinged out. But no, even when you turn it around, you know how the gold tone on the metal itself, it was like chipped and all of this.
Place.
Yeah.
Where are
No,
you
he was
taking me?
trying to jack you.
Yep.
Good for you, Susanna.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of you.
I was like, I'm proud of myself, because usually I would have just paid for it and left. But I was like, no, he's not having the best of me.
Yeah.
Where are you taking me?
Rhonda said
Fucking
Betsy Johnson are only marked on the clasp with a dangly thing. Well, you mean like the little
Yes.
hang tag?
Yep.
But the fact that he was also saying that it was marked on the back, you know, on it itself, that it was very faint. Yeah, that would tell you right there. That clown didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And I'm very glad at you for bringing your loop with you when you go sourcing.
I was told, bring my loop.
That's right.
Are you bringing me to the woods to kill me and leave me here?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's the end of the road. Okay.
There's not even a fucking spot for me to fucking turn around.
Just stop staring.
Oh my
Hey
fucking
guys,
Lord.
I'll be back. Tino, keep you company.
Okay. It's Kodi's channel. You can swear all you fucking want to.
Really? I fucking
Yeah.
hate this shit.
I know.
I
Hey, did
fucking
you
hate this shit. Go
Did you
all the way.
did you ever get to eat during the marathon auction?
Oh yeah, fucking the world of fucking takeout all weekend, fucking long.
I
All
was worried about
fucking
you.
weekend long. Oh yeah, well,
I
no,
voted.
it's all right.
I voted to feed you. I did.
Yeah, no, it was takeout all weekend long.
Wow.
Yep.
At least you got food. I mean, you know.
The last one to cook with me, and that was beef stroganoff.
I heard about that. Sounded yummy.
Yeah.
Beef stroganoff and cheesecake.
Yeah. And then oh no, that's a lie. She made dinner last night, and the only reason why is I can tell you why.
Because she wanted to go sourcing today?
No, because her kids came by. So
Oh.
every time I fucking eat, if someone else comes to the fucking house, I swear.
Start a schedule with people coming to visit you so that you'll get to eat.
No, I don't like fucking people.
Yeah, I understand that. That's why I have no friends here in town at all.
I'm a fucking home big time. Oh my fucking word! Look at what I'm fucking in. Fucking East Cutty bumfuck. she can
It is.
us.
It is T. Tania is here. She's like, holy shit, is that Tina? Yes, it is.
Yeah, Tina's fucking lying because I'm fucking bored out of my mind.
Tania, Susanna is sourcing, so Tina's in the car.
4
Hey,
fucking hours in the
Tina.
fucking car. This is what I do. 4 hours in the car.
I thought you were
Yep.
a truck driver, so you were used to being in a vehicle for long periods of time.
Yeah, on my day off, exactly what I want to fucking do.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Let's
Drive
get there.
around, my day off. It's great. And then
Well, you
after
could get out
that,
and go look around with her.
after
You might actually find something you
yeah,
like.
right.
Tina would end up clocking somebody in there. She'd be like, "Get the fuck out of my fucking way!"
Oh, I won't go in there because I'll flip my shit.
See,
People are so fucking rude and ignorant. I can't deal with that.
Tania said, "Tina, a fucking YouTubian."
Yeah. So after this, I'll drop her off,
Mhm.
and then I'll go grocery shopping, and then I'll come back and I'll work in the yard, mowing the lawn and everything. While she's got, I think she's got a show today. I don't know. I don't know the schedule. So I'll work all day today. That sounds like fun, doesn't
This
it?
is your downtime.
You know,
Yeah.
I keep telling her, not to make you work so hard when you're home, and she goes, "She wants to. She has to stay busy."
I have to. Yeah.
Hi,
Yesterday
Tania.
we had a sucky day yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's not good.
The dog downstairs, which I love the dog. We had to put him down yesterday. So.
Oh no, that's always so sad.
That always makes for a rough day.
Yep.
Hi, Wes. Have a fun day. Wes is at a parade.
Oh yeah,
Now,
have fun, Wes.
This is how much I love animals. So a couple of weeks ago, I was driving, and I saw a dog get hit. I cried like a little bitch. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm on the phone talking to one of my friends, and I'm going down the same street 2 weeks later, and another dog gets hit and killed.
Mm.
And I happened to be on the phone with Sue. What did I do? I cried.
Yeah.
So my ex passed away, a week ago? And Sue told me. What did I do? Nothing.
Yeah.
So yesterday we had to put the dog in the car so he could be taken to the vet to be put to sleep. And what did I do? I cried. And Sue looks at me and she's like, cry over a dog, but you won't cry over a person.
Well, I mean, the ex was an ex for a reason. The dog didn't do anything bad to you, you know?
That's what I told Sue, and she won't believe me. I told her, an ex is an ex for a reason.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Here she comes. She's got the bad walk going. Somebody pissed her off. Watch.
Uh-oh.
This could be fucking comical. I could have fun with this one.
It's a Susanna rant. Oh, Tania said that she'll contact you later. She wants to talk to you about something.
Really? You parked all the way up the hill?
Oh, I'm
You know
sorry.
how hard it is? Jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry. You had to walk
And
fucking
who
20
put
feet.
something out on the garage, right?
Yeah.
Sale. And then they turn around, you ask, how much for everything? And they turn around and say, oh, my grandmother said that was put out there by mistake. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Oh, this is a great morning.
Hi, Darlene.
Darlene.
Yeah, Tania said she will call you later. She has a proposition for you.
Proposition.
What's that mean? Who's that?
Hey, all I know is
Is that code name for somebody?
fuck ahead.
Oh, cock ahead. Cock ahead.
She doesn't know about Tiana, and well, we don't swing.
No. Well, that's because nobody will put up with your biting, Susanna.
I'm just letting you know.
Oh, my fucking Lord.
Susanna, I wouldn't even try and get in that because there is no way you could handle two redheads, okay?
Holy shit, no, I can't. Look, wait.
Feel it out. Hold on. I'm out of this.
and then made me walk up the hill.
Fucking 20 feet. Where would you like me to park?
Yeah, but my legs are burning now.
It's called the burn for the shop. You want to do this fucking shit?
God.
She expects me to fucking pull up right when she's done shopping and fucking just have everything fucking ready for her.
I hate it when the parents fight.
I fucking can't. I fucking do everything. I hate when the parents fight. The fuck is this shit?
Are you there?
Is who there?
Hello?
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 Are you
Hello,
there?
hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hola.
No, Tania, it's
Can you hear
Park.
me now?
She parked the car up the hill, and you know, she's anxious to get home and mow the yard.
Yeah. No, she's not going to go mow.
There I am.
You're not. No, you're going to be with me. You're not. You can go do that tomorrow.
No. Tomorrow's my fucking day.
Yeah, you go mow the yard.
No, I'm
tomorrow.
not. No. We're doing this, then I'm gonna drop you off at the house, go to the grocery store, then I'm gonna come back while you're doing your fucking. All right then.
They should have said on that sign, beware, the hill, garage sale.
Did you not notice that it was a hill? I mean, hills are usually pretty obvious, Susanna.
Fucking same place, you motherfuckers.
Stop swearing.
I can.
Can't. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
She just wants to see if we'll say it back.
We're going interqueuing. Would you like to go? Would you like to go interqueuing with me?
No, I don't want to go fucking antiquing with you if what Tina's going through is an example.
Hey, did we interrupt you guys on a live? Were you talking about something important? Wait,
We never talk.
you
There's
guys
never
think
anything
I
important
should
here.
go on-
No, you didn't interrupt.
Kodi,
What?
Oh, okay.
Kodi, tell her what
Yes.
an X is.
An X is an X for a reason.
Tell her what an X is.
An X is an X for a reason.
You guys are a bunch of Estonians. You know, the northern part of Massachusetts, an X is an X for a reason. No, you
It's
know
true.
what? There's certain things that, you know.
It is true.
That's bad. You guys are wrong. You're so mean. And you shouldn't be mean to your exes.
My ex tried to kill me. Why should I not be mean to him? I'm actually not now, but you know, back when he tried to kill me, I was.
I don't befriend my exes either, and I'm a Kansas hick, so it has nothing to do with regional.
I try to be nice to my exes, but you know,
I've never
I
had
actually
an
get
ex
along.
that
I
needed
actually
to
get
be
along.
befriend.
I get along with my husband now, but you know, when he tried to kill me, I was kind of like, no. That's why I had to move out of Massachusetts, was because he tried to make me and my kids disappear. And he wired my Firebird.
What did
He
you
wired
do?
my Firebird to catch on fire, which it did while I was driving it.
Oh, that's not nice.
Mm-mm.
Did he apologize?
No.
He never
They
apologized.
generally don't apologize when they're trying to kill you, you know?
Yeah, it's not really a thing.
Yeah.
We get along great now, though, because he's in Massachusetts and I'm here.
Oh. There's a murderer in Massachusetts.
Well, attempted murder.
Yeah.
Attempted.
Obviously, he didn't manage it.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at it.
Yeah.
You're still here.
Yeah, he's still there.
No, I'm saying you're still with us, so that's a good
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere either.
Yeah, he still doesn't admit to wiring the car like that, but my van was also wired so that it would cause a problem, an engine fire. And yeah, that's not really a coincidence when he's the only mechanic I had. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
The thing that pissed me off the most though is that I was on my way to pick up my son from daycare because he had a doctor's appointment, and I was actually running late and I missed him, and they put him on the bus to go home. And it was after I left the daycare that the car caught on fire. So my son would have been in the car with me.
oh my God.
And he was 4. So that right there, I was like, I'm done. If I didn't have my kids, I would have taken that fucker out with me. But because I had my kids to think about, I was just like, you know what? I have family that lives in a different state. I'm going there. So I did.
Well, that was good. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's completely wrong. No. You can mess with me, but don't mess with my kids and my family.
Yep. Like I said, we get along fine now. You know, he's actually on my friends list on Facebook, and he's been in my lives before. Not on the panel, but he's been in the chat.
I don't think he would dare go on panel because I reamed him good enough just in the chat.
Hey,
Yeah,
I get
no.
along with my ex now.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God.
Tina.
Don't say that.
I told them. Oh,
That's wrong. You don't laugh like that. That's not right. That's not, you're not wrapped too tight. I'm telling you. You're not.
I said it was Bert.
No, it's not. That's wrong.
I don't know what was funnier. I don't know what was funnier, what she said or the fact that she's laughing so hard afterwards.
That's Kodi, that's completely wrong. Because you know why? What if I die one day? She's going to laugh about it. That's wrong.
No. Only if you're an ex and you don't get along anymore.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just don't bite her too hard.
Go to my funeral.
I don't like funerals.
I don't do funerals.
No. That's wrong. You need to pay respect, especially if you're the person that's with
You can
them.
pay respect,
God.
but you don't have to go and look at their dead body in a box. You can pay respect just privately. You don't have to. I don't want that as my last memory of a person. I want to
Then you
remember
close
them
your
as
eyes.
they were.
Close your eyes.
And not
down.
everybody deserves respect. Just because they died doesn't mean they get respect. My dad was a complete dick. He was the biggest asshole I've ever met. And
Kodi.
I'm not. What?
Kodi.
What?
Stop.
Why?
Saying bad things about everybody. You need positive people in your life. You need to be positive. Everybody's good.
You know
And
what?
some shit.
Hold
So
on.
I don't want to hear from a peanut gallery.
No,
Leave
wait.
it there.
You know how I don't like going to funerals and all that shit and doing that whole thing? I promise you there's one I'll go to. Yours. Exactly.
Well,
I'll be there for that one.
I'm going to put you inside of a Cracker Jack box.
And she'll be in that Cracker Jack box going, "Can you throw a beer in here for me?"
She probably would. No.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll just put all your ashes inside of a Bud Light can.
There you go.
You're not going
Did
on
you
my
say
fucking mantle.
Did you say close my eyes? With my luck, if I closed my eyes, I'd be the one falling in the fucking hole. Break my neck. No, I'll stay home and remember them as they were, alive and thriving and happy. Not dead in a box with clown makeup.
My dad was a miserable prick. He really was. And I'm not going to be nice about it because that's how he was. You know? And as soon as they're gone, all of a sudden they're this wonderful person. And it's like, hello, could you guys have a dose of reality, please? Because this guy was a dick. I mean, he started making amends like the last 2 years of his life. Like he knew that he was on limited time. But that doesn't make up for a lifetime of being a dick. You know what I mean? So.
No, of course it does. You
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. No, you have to. Well, I'm not going to say you have to. This is me. I'm talking about me. I will forgive. Don't do it again, but I'll forgive.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this being recorded?
No, well, it's alive, so yeah, I don't delete any of my lives.
Okay.
Why?
I need this. Just
Why?
in case.
What did I just say was wrong?
You.
I do forgive. Who? My mother? Ah, that's wrong. That's different.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you know what? I will forgive her in my due time, but I will end up forgiving her.
Okay.
But it's just right now I'm hurt. When I
Right
get
now it's
over
not
my
convenient
hurt,
to you.
it's not convenient right now because I'm feeling very hurt, and what she said was very, very hurtful.
Okay. I understand.
When the pain is gone, then I'll forgive her.
Okay. But the pain may never go. So
The
that's
pain,
what. But like I said,
I don't
like
know.
with my ex, the pain never went away. So that's why it is
Well,
the
it
way it
should
is.
be gone now because she's
Well,
pushing gone.
Okay, so I'm making light of the situation.
Look at that car.
Exactly, Rhonda. And just because you forgive does not mean you have to forget.
Exactly. I never said anything about forgetting. Giving, yes. Hi, Rhonda, my stunning Rhonda. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you. Who else is in the chat? Because I can't see.
Darlene, Hemlock Lady. That's all I see right this
Dawn
second.
and
Hi,
Kelly.
Darlene. Mwah, mwah. I love you, T. I'm working on your doll. Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh, tonight I'm having an auction at 6 p.m.
You didn't ask if you could promote on here. What the
She
fuck do you
doesn't
think?
care.
You gotta ask first. What's up with that? There's rules here. Proper etiquette on YouTube.
I'm
Fuck,
filling you up.
man.
I hate to,
And
There's
I'm
proper etiquette. Ask nicely first.
I hate to tell you this,
Cody,
Tina, but Kodi always says you're more than welcome to drop your chat in the chat, your links to your shit.
Okay.
So,
What
Yeah.
are we doing?
See?
Okay.
So I have Picky Nitty later with me, and Susie Woozy will be back. She'll be on tonight
Tina.
with us.
Tina, Darlene Priest said hi.
Sally, the one that sent me that beautiful frame.
Oh,
that
yeah,
she did all
yeah.
that
Hello,
for.
hello.
It was so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Wow.
Thank you,
guys,
Rhonda. And Rhonda just dropped the link for the auction.
my Rhonda. Rhonda. I love Rhonda.
Rhonda obviously has more brain cells going than mine.
Robin! Hi, Robin. Holy
Hey,
fuck, it's
Robin.
Tina, the new YouTubian.
God. We have 3 of the Fab 5 in the house. Woohoo! Yeah, Tina's ready to throw me out the door of the car.
They're sourcing, Robin, and Tina is tired of sourcing.
Well, Susanna's sourcing, Tina's
been an
bitching about
hour.
it.
It's been more than a fucking hour. How the fuck do you figure? We left the house at what fucking time?
What do you mean?
You've been to 3 fucking places. You don't sit in the car that long, but trust me, it's been over an hour.
No, it hasn't.
We left the house at what fucking time? Don't look. What time? What time?
11.
No, we didn't leave at 11, you lying sack of shit. What time did we leave the house?
I don't know. I don't remember, but I think it was 11.
It wasn't 11, you lying sack of shit.
Stop calling me those names.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We left the
Hi,
house
Christine.
at fucking 10.
Hey, Christine.
12. That's 2 hours of the shit.
Hi, Christine. Robin. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Gorgeous Robin.
Somebody fucking save me.
Exactly, Rhonda. Exactly.
What'd she say?
It's not good.
What did she say?
She didn't say
I'm gonna
anything.
go back and look at the light. Oh.
She put the little bug-eyed emoji in, just like I did. Seconds apart.
Oh.
Robin said her and Devin are sourcing too.
You know this one?
Yay!
And Robin is in the car with the kiddo while Devin scouts it out.
Yay!
You could be in the car with a kiddo, Tina.
I am in the car with a kid.
One that bites.
Well, I mean one that fits in a high chair.
Oh my lord.
Booster
Where are we
seats, is that
going
what you call them?
This is the thing.
Yacht sale, blue sun. Yeah, Phil.
This is the thing. Shut up. This is the thing. You don't even fucking do the homework to see where the fucking things are.
That's your job.
It's like all this shit is my job. All of it's mine. I don't want it.
See how?
Okay, not a problem.
No, you're not.
This is proof because this is being recorded. It's
just
recorded.
I just lied. I just lied.
Yeah.
I lied.
Yeah.
Tina.
I lied.
Because you need someone to take these things and drop you off and pick you up right there so you don't have to walk 20 steps.
Willow's talking
Yes,
to you.
dear, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, if it bugs you that much, you could always pop a tent on the fire escape. You don't even have to worry about getting through the room.
Hey, I sent her a link to escape ladders. She can put those escape ladders out any window. Because I didn't want Tina to die in a fire. I was concerned.
I don't know
Yeah, I
who said it
watched
to me
that.
yesterday. They told me to take all the plush and put it on underneath the window.
Oh, my
so
God.
when you jump, you have somewhere to land on. That was so funny.
Oh, my Lord. This is
Probably all of this, Robin. Along with, ow, stop biting me. Robin said, I wonder what their pillow talk sounds like.
fucking bias.
We're going
Did
to
you
a
guys hear
bad
me?
area right now.
Okay.
Could you imagine her getting some
I can
huge
hear you
plush
now.
and
What
you
did
know,
you say?
Robin said, I wonder what their pillow talk sounds like. I said, probably a lot like this, only with, ow, stop biting me.
could you imagine Susanna
Like
finding
that,
like
yeah, oh,
a
No.
monster-sized teddy bear like that one Robin got? And here's
Yeah.
Randy Tina throwing it out the window so she's got a soft landing, and she ends up landing on it in a compromising position. And that's when, you know, like the cameras and all that, you know, show up, and there she is.
And there she is laying on a giant teddy bear going, fucking you Tubians.
Exactly.
Christine said Tina needs some more beef jerky to try. LOL. No, she fucking doesn't, because she'll eat all of Susanna's cheese, and there goes the fucking macaroni and cheese again.
That's all right, because I hate fucking macaroni and cheese.
I love macaroni and cheese.
I love mac and cheese. Sorry there. I can't agree with you on that one. Morning,
That's
Larry.
my Cracker Barrel cheese. It's for macaroni and cheese. Fuck you, macaroni and cheese.
I'm sorry, but you don't just willy-nilly eat Cracker Barrel and cheese just because your mouth is on fire. Grab the lower expensive cheese and leave me my Cracker Barrel so I can make mac and cheese.
Too late. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry. Handsome Larry. What happened to the wax strips yesterday? What happened there? I think that wax strips weren't good.
Yes, Susanna was very upset about her cheese for macaroni and cheese.
Too bad.
And Tina had zero fucks to give. Let me tell you, she was like, my mouth is on fire. Fucking macaroni and cheese.
I have an honest, poor hick question for Susanna. What's so special about Cracker Barrel cheese?
I like the taste of it and the texture of that cheese much better than the other one. It's real cheese. The other cheese is like plastic.
Robin.
Like the Vermont cheese and stuff like that. That's cheese. That's like
Yeah.
Well,
squishy.
I don't know. I mean, a treat to me is to have, you know, like a block of actual craft Colby Jack. You know, usually I buy like store brand, so, you know, yeah, poor people.
And that's depending on depending on the store brand it is. Like we have Market Basket. I don't like the Market Basket brand. I don't like Sterner cheese. That's plastic.
Hey, does Market Basket, Susanna, does Market Basket still make good donuts?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Just before I moved, they came out with the maple donuts. Oh my god, it was like crack. I was like, holy fuck, these are awesome. And there's nothing even close here. I'm like, that's one of the things I miss. Even more than Dunkin' Donuts, I miss Market Basket donuts because they were amazing.
You guys
So I just
don't
had
have Dunkin' Donuts?
We have one in my town, which was what? Because in Massachusetts you can't throw a rock without hitting a Dunkin' Donuts in any direction, and their donuts are about half the size as they were in Massachusetts. And John even said that their coffee sucked, and he loved Dunkin' Donut iced coffees, and he wouldn't get them because the guy that ran it, no. So yeah, not the same.
But I'm going to tell you, the Dunkin' Donuts now, their donuts are not the way they used to be at all.
Yeah.
Because they don't make them in house.
They don't make them in house anymore. They get them. What do you call?
They're shipped in every day.
Yeah. Well, the big thing down here is Krispy Kreme, and I'm not a real big fan of Krispy Kreme either. So
I find them very, very, very sweet.
Yeah.
It's not like it used to be.
Yeah. I don't know. I like
Larry, you had
old
to.
time. Do you remember
Larry, you had to duct tape your chest.
old time donuts?
Yeah. I'm trying to get the mental image of Larry duct taping his chest out of my head.
Yep.
That was some damn archaic duct tape.
You need to watch the video. Yeah.
No, I don't. But Robin did say she could have gotten more hair off of her chest than Larry got off his. So that's why I was like, oh, fuck, Robin.
That's funny. Oh my God, freaking hilarious.
See, I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. So Dunkin' Donuts, I always got hot chocolate anyway.
I didn't know Dunkin' Donuts in my life.
Oh yeah. Kodi, do you remember Old Time Donuts?
Yes,
They had really, really good donuts.
they did.
Coffee not so much, but their donuts were
Yep.
like the bomb.
Yeah, they were really good.
Here we
There
just
are a lot
had
of
daylight donuts.
They're like
there are a lot of things about Massachusetts that I really miss. I really do, but there's just no way I would be able to function up there with the cold. I wouldn't be able to move because I have arthritis in multiple different places, and with my back, degenerative disc disease. I'd never be able to leave my house voluntarily, let alone, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, degenerative disc disease and cold weather. I live in Kansas. We get cold, and yeah, it's difficult.
mhm.
It reduces my already limited mobility and
If we're gonna
functionality down
start
to
talking
the half.
if we're gonna talk about pain and people's diseases and stuff, I have enough of my own. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Well, fine then.
That's it.
But you know what? It's my fucking channel, and if I want to talk about it, I will. I don't, but if I wanted to, I could.
And I
Just
always
saying.
talk about it. Welcome to my
Hey,
world.
do you guys want to hear about my?
She's sitting
You
next
guys
to you.
want to hear
isn't
about
she?
my pain? Exactly. She's a pain in my ass.
You know what?
Probably because she bit
I
it.
hate when fucking people do this. Motherfucker.
I can't.
Yes, Christine. Welcome back to the dark side. We have cookies here.
Yes, welcome back, Christine. I don't know where you were and why you were gone, but I'm glad you're back. Ouch.
Look at that house. It's
What house?
perfect. People live in that house. There's no window. There's no curtain.
Shut.
They can't even.
Oh my lord.
The glass is not even cut.
Look for the fucking yard sale.
Okay.
I just want to drive around with them. I'll sit in the back seat, totally silent, which would be odd for me, but I just want to drive around with them so I can like laugh at everything in person and the facial expressions which we're missing. You
Well,
know?
it's fucking stupid. They have a fucking sign that says yard sale this way. I just went down the fucking street and there's no fucking yard sale.
I thought
Where the
this
fuck's
was the
the
wrong
yard
side of the track.
There's so many yards. There's nothing on.
The fuck, dude?
Yes, I love you too, Miss
It
Kathy.
fucking says this way.
Ah! Ah, you're not wrong. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Hey, maybe you can take that basketball hoop. They won't know it's this.
Yeah, right. See any more signs?
I don't. I really honestly do not see signs. Oh, look at that lawn. He's doing that lawn. That looks nice.
Oh my fucking word. Mine's gonna look nice when done too if I ever get there.
Oh, look. They do next lion, too.
My fucking...
Oh, those irises are dead. Oh. I
What
don't
was
know.
that
I
sound?
don't
It sounded like a cow mooing.
That was the sound of frustration from the redheaded masshole sitting next to Susanna.
You moo when you're
Today
frustrated?
you fucking advertise but it's not here.
Hey, then why did, if we've gone around here, it's not here clearly, so just go to another section. Why do you consistently keep going around in circles? Wasting time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm wasting your time.
It's my time. And then, no, see, you're wasting my time. It's going to get to the point that you're going to say, oh, it's too late. I got to go home with the grass. And I don't get anything done because of you playing.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
Uh-oh.
You see those hydrangeas? Those are beautiful.
Concentrate. Concentrate.
Susanna's like, "Brr, brr, 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 brr." Oh, look at the flowers.
Squirrel. Susanna,
She's not even in control of the fucking GPS.
Yeah.
do you know how to drive?
Yeah.
You could avoid all of the problems if you just went.
I
She could
do.
mow. She could stay home, mow the yard.
No. You know why? She works all week, and then she has to go to bed early. So she needs to spend some quality time with me.
Listen, this is quality fucking time right now. Okay?
Here's your quality fucking time. Tina's all like, I got your quality fucking time right here.
Yeah, but if you went yard selling and stuff on your own and she mowed, then maybe you guys could settle down, cuddle up, and watch a movie in the evening. Because
Have you met them?
Again faster.
I think
Ouch! Stop that.
Robin and Devin need to give
Your robot and deer were getting about every third syllable.
go.
She's got an
Saturday night.
It
doesn't-
climb up my
Yeah, I know it
back.
It's a mirage. Just keep going.
yeah, I'll
The
go. All
figment
right.
of our imagination. The weight. It's probably a shell company. Little house sales pending. I wonder why.
She don't want to play
Pending
with
means
me.
someone
Bet you
fucking wants to buy it. They're waiting for it to go through.
Gentle.
I like this. I'm missing the cat. I don't see anybody. I just can't see. Because you guys are over my. You guys are on my in my car.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the little one her breakfast.
Okay.
Breakfast. 12 o'clock. Lunch, honey.
It is.
What the hell? I haven't had breakfast.
No, you have
What?
not had breakfast.
Well, now it's too late. Now you have to have lunch.
Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
But we can't waste any of her time right now.
Oh, so no eating.
What's Yeah. What's for dinner?
I'm working.
Ah, see? The kid coming over tonight at
No,
9.
they're not.
Yeah, they are. They
Oh,
said they were
Robin, that's cute.
Come on by.
Robin said her name is.
for dinner.
Robin said her
Robin
name is
what?
now Turtle with the 2-year-old.
Aw, that's so
It's so
cute.
cute.
Aw. That is
Yeah, better than
Edmonds has a little one.
I don't. Although I miss seeing my godson.
I do.
His,
I really
his mother never brings him to see me, but I miss him.
Aw. Aw. I'm having a little baby so I can bite them.
So Susanna's not allowed near my godson. I would have to like hit you with
I
a
will-
stick if you tried to chew on my godson.
Only if they
Besides,
have little fat teeth and
he
fat
used to.
legs. I'll bite them.
He used to when he was a baby. Now he's 7, so he's still adorable though.
Why aren't these people letting us go by?
There were a bunch of fucking assholes.
Oh, that one's an undercover cop.
Yeah. Couldn't
I
figure
don't know
that
why
out.
he's probably going to go get a coffee.
Yeah.
He's driving real fast. It's not Popo. Nope.
Popo.
Popo's in Florida. Popo.
So you're
look.
still hunting for the missing yard sale?
No, I fucking moved on.
Okay.
Excellent.
After a friggin' hour. An hour.
Did you see the fucking signs?
I know, but
So that's not my fault.
But you kept going down, up and down the
Because
same
it's
street.
okay.
What do you think that they saw you coming by and they ran out and put all the stuff?
No, they knew you were coming, so they put it all back in.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Too much fucking work doing this.
Oh my God! See all these dead people? There's a lot of dead people in the cemetery.
You think? That's where everybody likes to keep them, you know?
Hurry up, look. Is anything worth it?
Let me see.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Oh,
No.
no. Nope. Was that the one we were supposed to go to?
No.
Oh, good. 'Cause
This shit.
that was not nice. Oh, here comes more popos. Not the real popo. There's more. Oh, his pizza must be ready.
They don't have Dunkin'.
And Willow said that she's never had anything from Dunkin' Donuts.
That sucks.
Ooh, there's a dumpster right there in the middle of the street. You want to jump in there?
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I have to say that coming to South Carolina, coming down south where they're like Dunkin', you get one Dunkin' Donuts per town. I was like, what is wrong with this place? It was a complete culture shock. Because I mean, up north, there's Dunkin' Donuts on every fucking corner, you know. And here, it's like you have to actually look it up and find out where it is.
Well, now they're. I can't get coffee in the morning anymore. They're not open.
Well, they'll be going out of business soon.
Dunkin' Donuts.
They'll be going out of business soon. I mean, that's how people start their day, is going to. Why they don't have enough help?
Now. Yeah, they do not open till after 4:30 now in the morning. Yep. So I have no way to get a goddamn cup of coffee in the morning.
That sucks. I mean, not for me because I don't drink that crap, but it sucks for people who actually like coffee, you know?
I can't start my day. But see, I won't drink hot coffee anywhere out besides home. I only like percolated coffee. Tina makes the best coffee. Unbelievable coffee. And that's how I start my day. With Tina Coffee. That's a good commercial.
She gets coffee in the morning and I don't.
Could you imagine me with coffee in the morning?
I'm never there, so what the hell?
I would be slugging the whole day. Yeah,
Well, it's funny.
Anyway.
I don't drink coffee. I have tried it, so I'm not saying that I don't like it for never having tried it. I have tried it multiple times, and I just don't like it. But John always wanted me to make his coffee because he said I made it better than he did. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So go me, I guess. I make good coffee.
Tina makes.
Well, I always put.
I won't drink hot coffee.
I always put a pinch of salt in the grounds, and it takes some of the bitterness out. And at Christmas time, I got him once because I added cinnamon to the grounds. So he got cinnamon coffee, and he was like, "What did you do to my coffee?" I'm like, "Why do you hate it?" And he goes, "No, I like it. Do it again." I'm like, "Okay." So
All the time, I always put a pinch of cinnamon in my coffee. All the time. I love it.
So that, but I would only do that for him at holidays. And he's like, "How come I can't have it all the time?" I said, "Because the rest of the time you're an asshole and you don't deserve cinnamon." He'd be like, "Well, shit."
Oh no, love my little pinch of cinnamon in my coffee. It just makes it just right, perfectly.
Yeah, he had when he couldn't make coffee himself when he ended up in the wheelchair for almost 2 years, and he couldn't do all that stuff for himself. Issa was making his coffee, so he bought a Keurig because she makes crappy coffee.
Oh my God, I cannot stand Keurig coffees. Ugh.
He didn't like them. He didn't like them that much, but they were better than her coffee, so he took it.
Oh no, I don't. I need my coffee strong.
Oh yeah, he did too.
Yeah.
Really, really strong. But he was also, after the triple bypass and the 2 heart attacks, he was supposed to cut down on his caffeine. So, I mean, because he was, when I was making him coffee, he would get the Folgers Black Silk.
Oh my God.
And it was like, he would, for 1 pot of coffee, he'd have me put like 5 or 6 scoops of grounds in the fucking basket. And I'm like, you can stand a knife up in this shit. What are you doing? And he's like, cowboy coffee. It's good. Yeah. But he would drink like 2 pots of coffee a day, so yeah, he got regulated back. He was supposed to have 1 cup of coffee a day. He modified down to 1 pot a day, or half a dozen Keurig pods. But
She drinks coffee all fucking day long. It drives me nuts.
Because I like it.
All day long. Doesn't bother her to get.
yeah, he could drink it right before he went to bed and he'd be fine.
Oh yeah.
She does too.
Are you trying to touch my boobies?
No, there was a car that fucking just came. Oh, next time I'll let it open the windshield. Holy shit.
Well, that was random.
Well, a car cut in front of us, and she put her hand right over my chest. So she goes, "No."
Are you trying to touch my boobies? That's fine. Hey, grow up away. I got no problem with that. Gotta get something out of this trip, right? Gotta get something out of this trip, right, Tina?
Yeah.
She was trying to hold me back.
The guy's an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
Rhonda said, y'all making it wrong if you can't get a strong cup of coffee from your Keurig. Just saying. And Robin said, Rhonda, she said, y'all making it wrong if you can't get a strong cup of coffee from your Keurig.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the pods that they were getting, the K-cups that they were getting were just the Walmart brand, so it wasn't strong coffee in the first place. But I used to fake John out. He'd be like, "Can you go make me a cup of coffee, please?" And I'd be like, I'd look at him. He goes, "Please." I'd be like, "All right." So I'd go in, and of course, the multi-packs that you get from Walmart, like the big box of the cups, they have all different kinds in them, right? So every time he asked me to go get one, I'd get him a decaf one. And then he could never tell the difference, and it was so funny. And one day I looked at him, after like the 3rd cup of coffee I'd gone and gotten, he's like, "How come you're so generous in getting me coffee? Usually you argue with me." And I was like, "I don't know." He goes, "What are you doing in my coffee?" I'm like, "I didn't do anything to the coffee I put in there." He goes, what's happening right now? I was like, nothing. You just been drinking decaf for the past 4 hours. He goes, fuck.
What did Robin
See,
say?
normally when he would get out of control with the coffee, he'd ask me to go get it. Robin said, I like French vanilla Dunkin' Donuts whole beans, and I grind them myself, then French press. And she can tell the difference between decaf and caffeinated, I would assume.
That is really good.
But usually if he pestered me to get him a cup of coffee after he'd already had like 3 or 4, I'd walk out to the kitchen, I'd grab him a bottle of water, I'd bring it back and hand it to him. And he'd be like, that doesn't look like coffee. I said, fake it.
Back.
Welcome back. I mean, him and his wife might have been not trying to take care of his health, but I'll be damned if I wasn't gonna, you know? So, I mean, when I was able to, after his triple bypass, he was supposed to be on a no-fat, low-sodium diet, and I started cooking everything from scratch. I mean, I get up twice a day and make meals completely from scratch from this cookbook that I got from the library. And with my back and everything, it was not an easy thing for me to do, but because he needed to eat healthy, I did it, you know? And then all of a sudden, chimichangas and frozen microwave shit started showing up in the house. I'm like, what is this crap that's in my fridge? And he'd be like, oh, well, I just wanted a snack. I'm like, really? And I grabbed them and I threw them away. And Isa got pissed because she had spent money on it. I said, I guess you shouldn't have spent money on crap then. I was like, you trying to kill him? What the fuck? So, yeah. I tried, you know. Robin said, decaf coffee is like paying for a hug from a hooker. It's like padded bra. It's false advertising. Yeah. I don't know. I don't drink coffee, but I knew that he was supposed to cut down on things, and she wasn't helping. She, you know. So she goes, "How come you throw my stuff out too?" I said, "Because you should live by example." I mean, it would have been a lot easier for me if we were all just nuking meals. But
Here? Yeah, we are. Remember? That's what you said.
You lose them?
Yep.
Are you running from Popo again?
Are we running from Popo?
Yeah.
No, we're in East Cuddy Bumfuck, trying to find a yard sale. That's sad. All right.
Robin
See
said
you
it-
later, buddy.
Where we are, it's going to look like it's a lot of old-fashioned lawn equipment that rusted out.
On equipment?
Yeah,
And I'll go.
It's all rusty out.
Oh.
Robin said it doesn't taste good enough to drink it with no benefits. I can see that. She said decaf doesn't taste good enough to drink with no benefits. In other words, the caffeine boost.
True.
Yep. That's how I drink my coffee, half and half. Half decaf, half regular.
Because we're old farts.
I'm guessing it would be like expecting a milkshake and ending up with skim milk. You know, ghost of what it should be.
Don't bring up milk, okay? My son drank my last little chocolate milk, and I'm not happy about it. I had one left that I was making like last forever, and I was going to grab it today because I had nothing to drink, and it's not in there.
I don't like
So,
milkshakes.
yeah. I was going to say that, Robin. Same with alcohol-free beer. You know, non-alcoholic beer. I could never deal with beer unless I was doing shots at the same time.
Did you see that pool?
No, I didn't see it.
You gotta look at it.
It's too late.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so sad.
Beautiful.
And
Tina, you sound very broken up about it.
Dude, I hate fucking swimming.
And I love it.
You want to talk about two opposite people? Right here.
Right, opposite attract.
All right, let's fuck.
It's up more. Can't you see the GPS?
I see the GPS.
It still has
I've been
the
in the
purple
car
line.
too long for you. I need to find a fucking yard sale so you can get out of the car. myself.
Don't they have an app where you're at that lists them all?
Yeah, but the way they do it around here is so fucked up. They'll advertise it and then they don't fucking have them. Or they put your signs up from 2 weeks ago and they never take them down. It's a pain in the ass down here.
Yeah, they do that here too. Until they started
You brought
putting
up
out
a very
signs.
interesting point. Last week we went to a yard. Yeah, they put out the thing last week in a yard sale we went to. They had so many signs all over the city. After the freaking yard sale, they never go around and take the signs down. So it literally just stays there for weeks. They should be fined for every sign that's up there.
Yep.
I
Their
agree.
address is on it.
That's what they started doing here. People weren't taking them down. The police would walk by and grab a couple signs and go to the address. You know, if it said, you know, Friday and Saturday, they'd show up on a Friday or Saturday during this time they're supposed to be having a yard sale, knock on the door, say, you know, there's a sign, you're going to be having a yard sale. Oh, well, that was last weekend. Oh, well, you're supposed to take those down after, and here's a fine. And they'd write them a damn ticket. People quit doing that, man. They take them down.
Good.
And it didn't take that many people for them to go knock on their door and fine them before people were falling into compliance. So word gets around fast, especially, you know, when they have the daily report in the newspaper, and there'd be a list of idiots that got fined for. They basically fine them for littering.
Hey, Susie's back.
Welcome back,
you got
Susie.
your car from the mechanic. Yeah, Rhonda.
Are you getting ready for later?
Rhonda said that's a town with no crime then.
To a degree, yeah. We have our moments. We have had shootouts and stuff, but they're rare. What did you find out from your mechanic, Susie? How bad was it?
Oh, is she still dealing with that? She didn't get it resolved yesterday?
She got her car back. She's like, I can drive with brakes and AC. So she got her car back. Fixed, I would assume, since she has brakes and AC. And she said, hi, Susanna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just curious how bad it was, the bill. She was worried about it yesterday.
Yeah, she was definitely worried about it yesterday.
$1,200, damn.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Holy. Oh, you need to sell a lot of lots tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah. They better be fucking gold plated too.
Make sure you come to our auction.
Rhonda, can you drop the auction link again, if you're able to? Just in case. I mean, I don't have a crap ton of people in here watching or anything, but, you know. Any little bit helps.
Absolutely. And everybody, even if you don't want to buy, come hang out. We'll have fun tonight.
Does Sandy?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
well,
you.
All right. Well, if Tina's not going to be there, then I won't be showing up. Just saying.
Oh my God.
We drove all fucking way for this
They
shit.
have little bunnies.
Oh my God, go see the fucking bunnies.
And they're not real. They have a pool.
Oh, Rhonda?
Take a dip.
Take a dip. Be back.
Good.
Sandy said last night at the auction she has about 25 spaces left. And Ryan, during the auction, said the top 5 from the race, the top 5 winners from the race, he will make them a tie-dye shirt to their colors and size specification.
Nice.
And also, anybody who buys 4 tickets or more, he will also give them a free shirt and make it to color and size specifications.
Sweet. Well, if we have the link to the, I have the link to the forum, but I think Rhonda has the link to the video as well for the Opal Bling race. We can pop that in there for Sandy. I'm going to be ending this pretty soon, but if we can get that in there. I love tie-dye, and I can never really find tie-dye in the colors that I like, but...
Susie, Ryan showed some of his shirts last night. He is a master at tie-dye. The detail that he does to get the designs, insane.
Well, Rhonda, when you're in all capitals, you are in moderator mode, so that is why we're putting you to work.
Don't look at me, I didn't do it. I was just giving you info that I told them that I would share with you so that you could spread it around when you promote her race.
It's good, though, that she's only got like 25 spots left, that they're getting real close to being able to do that.
She would really, really, really like to sell those out this week and next weekend be able to do the race.
Yeah.
She really wants to do that. I didn't know if you'd talked to her yet. I just told her I'd let you know when I seen you and spread it around.
Look at this dipshit. Oh my lord. Somebody freaking shoot me.
Can't, you're driving.
I ditched her. She's in the yard sale.
I ditched her. Nice. Thank you, Rhonda.
Oh my lord.
Oh, the next brooch off? Thumbnails out for the next brooch off?
Yeah. I wish I could enter that Opal, the chance to win that. Or even win tie-dye. That'd be cool, but I can't.
Well, hopefully, there's still time. Hopefully you can win one somewhere.
It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, if I win one on a giveaway, that'd be great. But yeah, I'm between the phone bill and my prescription, if I'm able to get that, and then the animals flea stuff. I'm just there's no money for extra stuff.
I know that. I'm just saying. Hopefully you can win one.
I got 2 entries into Adam Hartman's friend wheel. Susanna gave me one.
Cool.
And then I won one on Friday on Victoria's morning show.
Awesome.
No, Susie, mine were for it was for the friendship wheel. Yeah, Susanna gave me one when she won. That girl, man, she won like 2 days in a row. I'm like, what the hell? 2 giveaways in a row. I'm like, back words are fucking hard on, consecutive days. And I was just like, we're stealing her number.
Yeah, but it's probably used up now.
Yeah. Kaka had told you to stop bitching, Tina.
Why?
I don't know. She just said, stop bitching. Tina, stop bitching with big googly eyes.
Yeah, well, this is not my cup of tea.
Bye, Christine. Have a great weekend, hon.
Every weekend doing the shit. And it's very boring, just so you know. Like I said, I'd rather watch paint fun dry.
Yeah, John would have knew how that felt, because whenever I went to a craft store, he was in the car for hours.
Oh my God.
I'd be like, okay, I'll be back. He goes, he'd be like, "Yep, I'm gonna take a nap," and he'd kick the seat back and just lay down. I'm like, "All right, bye."
Well, that's what I do on Friday. I take a nap. That's Friday's job. Take a nap on Friday.
Well, 4 hours later, I'd come back out to the car and be like, "All right, wake up." He goes, "Oh, are you done already?" Because me being in a craft store, it takes hours.
Me too. I just drive myself though.
Well, I used to too, but he'd be like, "Oh, I want to come look at something." I'm like, "All right," and he'd be in the store for like 50 seconds, and then right back out to the car. All right, going back out to the car. I'm like, "See ya."
Should have seen what I did to her the other day. She complained because I never take her out. I never take her out, right? So I took her out the other day. All to do errand. She was pissed off.
But it's quality time.
Yep. So she had to get her license renewed, right? And she's blown it off and blown it off and blown it off. So finally, I said something to her the other day, and I said, "You were supposed to go with Justin to go get it done when I was at work." Blah blah blah. And then she's like, "Well, you don't take me this, that, and that bullshit." So I said, "Okay." So I got home from work. I didn't say a goddamn thing to her. I said, "Come on, go get dressed up. We're going out." She's like, "Okay." Like a little kid, she goes and gets dressed. Blah blah blah. We leave. We go to the registry. "Oh, I don't have my stuff for this." I said, "Don't worry, I have it all right here for you."
Tina was fully prepared for this.
I had her passport. I had 2 pieces of mail, the whole 9 yards, right? We sat there for an hour and a half. We left there. I took her to the doctor's office because, you know, a lot of the doctor's appointments, they just do whatever it is, Skype or whatever it is now still.
Yeah.
So she needs to sign a form. They've been fucking bitching at her for a month and a half to sign the form. Sure as shit, I took her to that place too. Oh yeah, that's what I kept doing all day long.
But it's quality time together.
Oh
And you
yeah,
got
and
caught up in
then
so many things.
here's my favorite part. Okay, when I take her out and she'll do her thing, we're driving around, and I'm like, "Okay, I got to go home," and she's like, "You always want to go home. We're never out here long." Blah blah blah. That day, she was like, "I'm ready to go home now." I'm like, "Oh no, we got more things to do." No. Look at this one. Oh.
You didn't park on a hill again, did you?
No, I'm on the frickin' side of the house. Oh my God! Now she's talking to the lady. Who? I don't know. This shit drives me fucking insane. I don't know how people do this. I don't know how people do this at all. This is nuts, dude. Oh, she's buying something. She's reaching into a purse. I'm telling you, this is like watching paint fucking dry.
Yeah, my father could never understand why people spend so much time in stores. He'd like walk into the store, grab what he wanted, and leave. John used to do the same thing, unless there was something like, unless they ended up in the toy department in front of Hot Wheels, and then he'd be there for hours.
I do that in any other store but a craft store or a hardware store.
Good stuff.
I got the latest Claiborne jewelry necklace. So beautiful. Silver tone. I got a agate. She had it all put on here. So it's called an agate stone multi-length 17-inch choker. 7-inch choker? What the hell? But it's really beautiful. The colors on the rocks, so pretty.
Hey, let's go to the farm stand first.
And I remember everybody talking about agate, so I got an agate.
Oh
And then
yeah,
I got
I love an
hummingbird pin. So pretty. It's got like not a emerald stone color, but it's green, a lighter green.
Seatbelt.
I'm putting it on.
Put the seatbelt on. Forget it.
So cute.
Hey, can we go by the farm stand?
What?
Susanna, Rhonda wants to know, why in the fuck did you bring your purse?
That's right. I forgot.
Why? What's wrong with the purse?
Because it's the coach purse, and people see me with the purse. Something that they talked about. Don't bring the purse. Don't bring the purse. I gotta take out the ones and put them in my bra, and then
Oh my fucking lord!
give them the money
Yeah,
out of
you
my
don't
bra.
you don't wear designer when you're thrifting, because when you try to barter and if you're standing there with a Coach bag, they're not going to give you a break.
And she wants you to show her the jewelry you just got before the auction, Susanna.
I will.
Okay.
I absolutely will.
Hold on. Can we go to
You have to look poor when you're buying poor.
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
Say it again, Willa.
I said you have to look poor when you're buying poor. You know, if you're at a yard
I
sale
am
and it's
poor.
$1 and you're going to barter them down to 50 cents, you don't want to look like you're wealthy wearing designer.
No, they can turn around and think it's maybe a knockoff. But
No,
I
you
can't.
don't even. The phrase knockoff doesn't even happen when in a barter. You wear, you know, you're carrying a Walmart yard sale purse when you're at yard sales bartering.
Yeah, Kevin, Thelma and Louise are sourcing right now at yard sales.
Yeah.
And Robin says you also don't comp on your phone when you're at yard sales and things.
Mm-hmm. Dead giveaway.
Oh, don't look up the prices on your phone.
Yeah, you don't want to look like a reseller because they're not going to give you a break.
Thelma and Louise, I like that. Although you guys are not allowed to drive off a cliff, so don't even think about it.
Yeah, but Rhonda did say, Sue, don't bring your purse.
Rhonda said, and you sure as shit don't dress wealthy. Susanna, what are you wearing? And then like the laughy face with the tears.
Auction.
An auction. There could be.
No.
Yeah, the best look for yard
Oh,
sales,
yeah, close
reselling,
today.
and bartering is clean, well kempt trailer trash.
I'm guessing Susanna doesn't own anything even remotely close to trailer trash.
Oh. Kevin is.
Well, you want to be clean and well kempt because you don't want them to think, you know, you're gonna, you know, rob them blind. But yeah, you definitely want to look like, you know, Walmart is your jam when it comes to fashion and jewelry and purses and shoes.
They must be driving again.
Yep. I mean, I never had to learn that skill because, you know, I never wore designer anything ever. But you know, you would see older ladies, you know, pearls and, you know, very well put together, you know, and then they're walking around in stilettos at a fucking yard sale, and you know, they would try to barter, and yeah, it ain't gonna budge. But you know, if you're wearing, you know, Kmart Blue Light Special, then you're more apt to be able to barter. You have to have the look. Which my grandpa was a junker. He owned a junkyard, and he also owned he was the dealer for Minneapolis Moline farm implement here, and you know, so I learned how to barter from my dad because he learned how to do it from
We lost them.
grandpa. Yeah, they fell out. They'll be back.
Well, I'm going to be ending this very shortly because I'm already over the 3-hour mark.
Okie dokie.
And my ass is tired. So.
I just woke up, so.
Yeah, I didn't sleep that well. So.
Well, I'm going to see if my back will tolerate let me change the kitchen faucet today. Because the veggie sprayer don't work, and a replacement veggie sprayer on whatever model I ended up getting when we moved here costs more than the damn faucet. So I just bought another faucet and made sure it had a standard one, so it's easy to replace.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Still not hearing you, so you're probably still driving, but. I mean, I live in Kansas, so designer doesn't really happen much here. So. Hello, Tina. I'm all pals in the house.
The other Tina. I know I never sleep well.
This is mic drop Tina. We got ranting Tina. We got mic drop Tina.
Yeah. Although the other night I got 5 hours in a row, and I didn't even know what to do. I was like, "Whoa!"
Oh yeah, you don't usually sleep that long.
No, I
That's
don't.
usually 4 to 6 hours is my average. Any longer than that, I wake up in excruciating pain. So, because I've been dead weight too long.
I am tired. I'm tired. So.
Well, I'm glad I got up in time to be able to come on for a little while.
Me too.
I usually miss you. You're doing so damn early.
Well, it's not that early for me.
Yeah, but it's an hour earlier for me.
Tina, my love, no. I've already, I mean, I thought I was going to be late. Oh, did they go? Again. I thought it was going to be late to my live this morning because about 20 minutes before it was supposed to start, I had to get in the wheelchair and go out and steal some of the water that was out there that I had asked my son to bring me some, and he didn't look at messages because he apparently did get a case of water and never informed me. So since I had nothing to drink, I went out there and grabbed some of his, which isn't really his. It's for the house. He drank my last little chocolate milk, Tina. So yeah, we're doubly bitter about chocolate milk now. I saved the last one.
Random and got my head ripped off earlier.
What?
Don't bring up milk.
Yeah, I was like, don't bring up milk.
What the fuck? You know, just random comparison.
I had saved the last one, and yep, gone. So I was like, well, you're now missing half the water that you had hoarded under your desk. He had the whole case under his desk. Instead of being out in the open where I would be able to reach it, he had it. Nope, thank you, because I have nothing else to drink. And I went out there last night around midnight and had to get tap water, which is disgusting here. So.
Yeah, we're supposed to have one of the best filtration systems in the country here, since they put it in and broadcast, nationwide that they did it. Yeah, the water still sucks. It always tastes like bleach and fish poop. Sorry, people, but that just the old system worked better.
Are we back?
Yep, you're back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Our tap water is absolutely disgusting here. So
we went through a really bad section, and Tina called it the Pink Eye Village.
The what?
You get no reception. Pink Eye Village, I guess. I don't know
why
she calls it that. But you get no reception there whatsoever. So right now, she just stopped at the vegetable stand, and she's going to go pick up some vegetables.
Oh.
Vegetables are good.
Yeah, I like veggies.
Love vegetables. She better bring me some summer squash.
I love summer squash. Oh, Tina, remember what I said about the dishes? Yeah, I checked the kitchen. It was what I said. So I can't make anything to eat anyway because I can't wash dishes right now. So, yep. So yeah, sorry. Just Tina and I had talked about that the other night because I was going to go make my own food, and I was like, every time I go out there, pots and stuff, plates, nothing's washed. So with not having my gabapentin and the nerve pain being real bad in my hands, I'd have to take my gloves off in order to. Hey, Susanna.
Hi.
I'd have to take the gloves off in order to do anything, and that makes my hands too painful for me to do anything. So yeah,
I get it.
kind of a catch-22 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can flip this around so you can see the vegetable stand. It wasn't like they just fixed this place. It looks beautiful. It really does. This used to be an old barn, and they had on the barn doors upstairs, the barn doors that you open it up like a window, and there was no
Yeah,
stairs
hayloft.
to it.
Hayloft, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called. And they used to have a big, huge Shrek up there, right at the window. It was so cute.
No,
Now
say
they fixed it, and it looks like a regular store now. It looks nice, but I like the way it looked before.
Yeah, lost the nostalgia.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. My booby's showing.
Yeah, you know how Renee and Joe, they've been selling Lillian Jackson Braun books. One of the main character in that, he bought an apple barn and remodeled it and lived in an old apple barn. And I always loved the idea of that and wanted to, get an apple barn. But they don't have apple barns in Kansas because apples don't grow in Kansas very well. So
We have a farmer's market. Farmer's market here is pretty much every day, but you have to get there really early in the morning.
here they have it Wednesday afternoon, Saturday morning, and it's in a parking lot down just off of Main Street.
Yeah, there's actually a covered section that it's off. Like it used to be part of a parking lot, but they covered it, and so you can sit in there even if it's raining. And they have different events and stuff down there. And every morning they have the farmer's market down there. John and I have gone there a couple times.
No, this is a wide open, sun cooking you parking lot.
Nope.
And there's hardly any parking for you to go there. It's a real pain in the butt. And then it's on the corner because it's cattywampus from the post office.
They actually allow you to sell handmade items there too, but they have to be handmade. Like there was a lady that I ended up eventually a couple of shows later. I got a lampwork bead necklace from her.
Yeah.
And that was John made me buy it. He was like, "Look, you deserve to get something for yourself. Get it because you like it and it's calling to you." And $60 is nothing. I was like, "Really? You giving me the $60?" He goes, "I'll give you half." I'm like, "All right, deal." So he did end up giving me $30 towards it, and but it has to be handmade. It can't just be. You can't just change the patina on something, like change the color or whatever. There was a lady that had some really beautiful seed bead jewelry down there, and like she did seed bead sculptures and stuff. It was really really nice. Cool. And then the lampwork lady, and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. So that was one of the venues I was going to do, and then I ended up getting sick, and now I have no way to transport any of my stuff anywhere, even if I could get somewhere. So
they used to do that here, and we had a pretty big booth, so we needed more than 15 minutes to set up, and got special permission, and everybody bitched. Well, why can't we get, well, have you ever asked, have you ever applied for special dispensation for a larger booth? But it ended up being a big stink, and they ended up closing down that part of it because everybody wanted to whine about every little thing under the sun, and they just didn't want a deal. So now we're back to just vegetables, and it's been that way since the late 90s. So.
Tina, there were other people. Rhonda was in here, Robin, Tania. I don't know where they all went, but they were in there. I'm seriously, about 6 more minutes and I'm going to shut the live down. Because I'll be at the 3.5 hour mark.
Yeah.
And I'm really tired. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of
Alright.
people are listening while they're sourcing and what have you.
Yeah.
Doing other things.
Well, I know Robin said that her and Devin were out sourcing, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a reseller world, you know.
Yep.
It's yard sale day, so everybody in the dog's hitting the yard sales, estate sales, and whatever else they have going on. And stopping at the farmer's market for veggies and handmaids and whatever's. And then going home and mowing the yard.
Gotta get that yard. And matter of fact, speaking of, I know why. I was like, my neighbor actually didn't mow the yard this morning during my live, but that's because it was raining last night.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Right, Tina's cooking.
Ooh, what you fixing? Acquiring stomachs want to know.
I got cheeseburgers last night. You would think the boy working at Wendy's now, he wouldn't overcook the burgers, but he's been overcooking them lately. And I'm like, turn the heat down. What are you doing? But his excuse was, I'm used to cooking fresh burgers now. I'm like, screw you. You've been cooking these burgers for 20 years. I'm like, you should know how to cook them by now. But
Yeah.
he's like, you don't have any bread, so I let you use my bread. Oh, gee, thanks. That was very magnanimous of you. He goes, and you're out of cheese, so I gave you some of my cheese. I said, well, look, while you're at it, you can put some of that barbecue sauce on that you've got that you haven't given me any of. So, yep. So I had good cheeseburgers, except they were a little dry. But still, dry burgers are better than no burgers, you know?
Mm-hmm. So she's making a roast.
Nice.
Roast beast.
Marty, you already made me bleed once today. Please stop walking on me. Ugh.
I fed the munchkin. She took off, and I hear Sis bumping around, so I have a feeling that she was in there waking her up, and now she's following her around.
Marty walked across me. She came down off the stuff behind me, walked in front of me, on me, and over to the wheelchair to bug Onyx when she could have just done a direct route and gone directly over to Onyx. I'm like,
yeah, but the cats, you know, they do the scenic route, and
fucking cats.
they got to get a dig in, literally.
Yeah.
On the way by.
She already made me bleed all over the floor. I mean, God, your work is done for the day. Leave me alone.
I got this book yesterday. Thought it might interest you.
The kitchen grimoire?
Yeah.
I think I had that at some point.
I want to look it up. This says volume 3.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how many volumes and find 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But I got it at auction.
Nice.
April. Countess April's auctions. But I want to see about the others. It's a good book, though. It's quite interesting. Neat recipes.
I would imagine so. My neighbor's yelling.
All right. She's coming back with all the vegetables now.
Yay.
Yeah. She got a lot of stuff. So
Now she's going to want you to cook them, though.
that's okay. I love vegetables.
I do, too.
All righty, guys. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys here.
All right, honey.
Have a good day, Susanna. Bye, Tina. Thank you guys for coming on.
All right.
Yeah.
Fucking love it. How much did you pay? $30 fucking for all that shit.
$30 for all that?
Yep.
That's cheap.
Yep. Fucking 5 bags of fucking vegetables.
Nice.
I'm making dinner tonight.
Yay. We're all like, yay, but it's probably the only way she's going to eat because Susanna's got an auction. All right, guys. Well, thank you to everybody that came in and said hi and hung out with us today and all that. And I hope everybody has a good day. And don't get into too much trouble. If you do, I wasn't there. I didn't do it. Not today, anyway.
Yeah, not today.
Have a good day, everybody. And don't forget to go to Susanna's auction at 6 Eastern.
And don't forget to
Susie's-
sign up for the bling race.
Yeah.
'Cause there's less than 25 spots left. Get them while you can, or you're gonna miss out.
Yep. Go get it. Go get it.
I don't
Alright,
know,
have a good day.
Rhonda. I haven't looked.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would also.
Oh, and Rhonda dropped the info for the bling race in there again. So thank you, Rhonda. So everybody have a good day. Yeah, I already said all that. So
Looks like
I'm gonna go now.
Mama's on. I don't have anything until Hemlock
No.
at 8,
That
and then Susanna. So
Oh, she meant no. One of us has to go. One of you guys has to go live now.
no, that ain't gonna happen.
I'm tomorrow.
Yeah, Tina's is tomorrow.
You go live, Rhonda.
Yeah,
Set up a
Rhonda, you
hangout.
go live. All right, guys. And we will see you tomorrow if you come to Tina's, and people will be seeing at the auction and whatnot. And I wish you guys all the luck with your auction, especially Susie, who needs to pay off that damn mechanic bill.
Yeah.
And Tina, I hope you enjoy your dinner with nice fresh veggies and all that. So we will see you all around the tube, because that's where you Tubians go, right?
Yep.